Hello everyone, my name is Putty and welcome back for another edition of Hungry Dunes of Utapau. I'm joined, of course, as always, by Marshall Peterson, Charles Smith, and the Right Honourable Esteemed Gentleman, His Majesty the Fifth Heir to the Egyptian Throne, Corey Wadsworth the Third, 5th, 6th, 17th Esquire MEP of Egypt. Welcome.
I was recently deposed from the Californian throne, but at least I'm in line for that Egyptian one.
How is Egypt this time of year? I hear it's rainy.
Actually, I'm in the part that's still really hot 24/7, 365 days a year.
The royal quarter.
You're just in a desert. You're just on your own. 500 miles away from the Nile.
I'm at the top of one of the pyramids at the moment.
Oh God!
Has a great reception for Wi-Fi.
How are you standing up there?
I don't
got his
know.
little chair.
Or are you just like sitting on the point?
It's really uncomfortable,
Oh
Marshall.
God!
You at least got a cushion.
Yeah, I'd want a few cushions.
How's everyone doing this week? Are you all excited? Are you all happy? Are you all upbeat?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go into the world of this library for the last 5 seconds of my character's existence.
Yeah.
That should be exciting.
I can't wait to come in and Cedric is just completely unscratched while Audrey's just like a puddle of blood and gore.
Marshall, change your Discord name. You're already confusing people.
Oh, sorry. I'll change it.
I mean, mine's not confusing at all.
There we go. Oh
There
wait,
you go.
wrong
Yep.
one. That's better.
Yep.
Right. So, how about we have Slash recap what happened last time?
Okay, well, we had a huge discussion, the biggest discussion, basically, about whether or not we wanted to go to the second floor, and whether or not we were going to lug Chris along. Chris was super against it, and I guess it's because he prefers sleeping than attending sessions.
Man. Damn. Spicy.
But eventually after searching the first floor of a building, we decided, fuck it, let's go to the second floor, or third floor. Then we start going up, and I try to push Cedric out of an elevator before the elevator starts. You know, I wasn't gonna kill a guy.
No.
And then he pushed me out of the elevator rudely.
Oh shit.
And that caused some awkward tension because I just rode the elevator back up after they were done. Because, you know, I had the actual key to access the elevator. But, we all get up there and we all go through the Library of Death. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be in the Library of Death longer than I have to. So I go and leave. But Marshall and Cedric, or Kasari and Cedric, decide to hang around. Eventually, Deathbots come. Long story short, Cedric is unscathed because apparently he has 200 soak, and Kasari is... well, Kasari is about ready to become a weird puddle of blood, viscera, and whatever else is left after the Deathbots kill her.
I think you're over-exaggerating.
A little bit.
Okay, so let's start today's session, shall we? So you, Cedric and Kasari, you see as another wave of these security robots begins to surround you. But as they do, you hear coming from the librarian, Joyd, chance of success, 12%, cutting losses. and the droids around you begin to deactivate, as does the shield
Oh,
around.
sweet Jesus! There is a god! Oh.
Then hear from the library droid, "You're more fiery than my last guests." And flicks a switch to turn all of the lights in the library on. "Take what you want, but please keep the noise quite low."
Okay.
You hear Sless open the door. It's like, "Hey guys, what happened?"
Did you say that the shields were shut off?
Mm-hmm.
On what?
I'm a librarian.
Oh, okay. Are the special book things still there?
They are, but they're still behind the electric barrier.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry. I couldn't think of the word electric barrier. Okay. I walk over to it and I look at it and I say, "Hey guys, how do you think we can get this thing open? I want to get a look at these books."
There's no, like, keypad or anything?
Nope. Not right next to it, at least.
Does it go all the way to the ceiling?
Does walk all the way. Oh, yeah. The electricity does.
Okay. Well, there goes the option of performing awesome acrobatic feats once again.
Me just reaching over. I say,
why don't you... I say, can't your lightsaber things, mess with the electrical current?
probably, but I'm worried that these might blow up and burn the books. I'll do that, but maybe as a last sort of... I'd rather try everything else first. These books are delicate. And
That's generally what books are.
And I would be jamming a plasma beam into a giant, like, energy conduit, like...
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
I walk over to the librarian's desk and see if there's any terminals there.
There are a few switches behind the desk, and she also greets you as you get closer. She says, "Hello, citizen. What can I do for you?"
Those books behind the electric binders over there.
Yes, that is the restricted section.
What is in the restricted section besides, you know, magic that's only for 7th students studying advanced defense against the dark arts?
I'm afraid the restricted section was not my area.
Snape gave me a pass. I can check something out, okay? I say, whose area was it?
1 second, as I check my data banks. It was Cindy's area.
Who's Cindy? Is she still here?
Cindy is the human librarian who works here. She hasn't come to work in 2 years.
Dear. It seems that she won't ever come back then.
I'm sure she will return shortly.
But she hasn't come in 2 years.
Indeed.
I don't think that this bot
shouldn't she be fired?
capable of critical thinking.
Her boss has also not been to work in 2 years.
Oh, so the person who would fire, I gotcha. Well, I say, would you mind opening up the restricted section for me?
I cannot do that.
Why?
The restricted section is not my section.
Ah, but you said take anything you want, and that is something. That is a thing.
If you can take it, you are free to.
Well, I mean, in the literal definition, I'm not free to. There's something blocking me.
I feel as though you're trying to argue philosophy with the robot.
No, I'm trying to get it stuck into. I'm trying to get stuck into like a weird.
Are we truly free if there are barriers that prevent us?
No, I'm trying to get her stuck into a logical loop so that she just does what I want. I was trying to, because she told me take anything, so I was hoping if I said that she'd be like, "You are correct. I did say that. Shit," and then she just opens it up. But.
I am physically incapable of opening the barrier. If you check Cindy's terminal, and she points halfway across the library in the medical section.
Oh, thank you so much. You're very helpful. And then I go over to Cindy's terminal.
Okay. It is a terminal, and it is locked.
Ah, shit. Hey, you know, there was a guy once who was good at computers, and then he stopped. Sorry, I just vomited blood. I said, well, we're all shit.
I don't know. Maybe I can play Snake to unlock it.
Can he?
It's better than what I've got.
Slash gets into like the BIOS and tries to see if it's a similar architecture as he's been using before, and unfortunately, it seems a little too complicated for him. No sort of game here.
Damn it! It's not Snake.
Oh.
Okay.
I say, I'm sorry, guys. This game is too complicated for me.
Too complicated meaning anything other than Snake.
It's Pong. I don't know how to play Pong.
I'll try to hack it. I'll do my best.
Okay, it's an easy computer check.
Oh.
And it's got one setback because it's got an extra layer of security. It's got an authenticator.
Oh, an authenticator. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Sounds exciting, though. Damn it.
Oh, that authenticator. Fucking you over.
The authenticator authenticated that you do not have access to this terminal.
So as you mess around with it, you realize that you can get into like the general access stuff just fine, but you can't access Cindy's personal functions. So you can tell that this actually has an archive of everything that's in the library, and you can access that just fine. But you're not going to be able to get down that barrier, at least right now.
Can I see what's in the barrier through the archive?
You notice in the archive that it does not archive the restricted section.
Damn you, barrier! Damn you!
You also notice that Cindy's private email server is accessible.
Oh,
through
maybe if I cross-reference the archive of books at the library that are public with all books that exist, the ones that aren't in the library must be in the restricted section. No, I'll look at the emails.
You know, that is a pretty flawless logic. I don't see any issues with that one.
Yep.
Notice that there are over 2 trillion different kinds of books that are not available in the public section of the library.
Okay, so here's the first archived
that
email.
Restricted section really holds a lot of books. It doesn't look that big, but... Oh man, we got a picture? Shit, I like it. Oh man, okay. From S-Darwe edu auth at nitronet.gov. Man, I love these emails. They're super fucking complicated. To Cindy Ylib at nitronet.gov. Subject.
It definitely worked for a university.
Yep. Subject. Jetty books. Sure, I will send them down when they come in. More than happy to have them all sent your way. I hear from my contact in the Foreign Office that we might be getting a few more in over the coming months, and the temple doesn't have any room for them, so you'll be doing us a favor. Thanks, Simon from the Education Authority. Is there a Jedi temple on this planet? Huh. From Cindy Ylib at nitronet.gov. To S-Darwe, blah, 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 blah.
Probably should have started at the bottom one and worked up.
Shut the fuck up. Jedi book. Absolutely. I don't know if we any room on our shelves right now, but we've taken this type of thing before.
God damn it, Cedric, can't you fucking... You're a librarian!
We have rows of lightsaber technique manuals on the shelves that the knights from the temple brought in and send the students here to get from time to time. So there is a Jedi temple here. What the fuck? And it's always nice to expand that section. Worst comes to worst, we can stick them in the restricted section for now until we have room to display them more prominently. Send them down whenever you can. Cindy, smiley face.
God damn it, Cindy, you're also doing smiley faces? This is a professional environment. Oh my god.
Jedi books. Hey, Cindy, we got a request from the Jedi on another planet. Oh, different planet. To bring some books in and store them, I guess for the temple. Anyway, the guys in the foreign office asked me to find a spot since apparently the temple doesn't have any more. No, they're talking about a temple on this. Okay, for the books. So I thought I'd ask you, does the library have any space for Jedi books at the moment? I think there might be a lot of them coming in. Thanks, Simon from the Education Authority. Whoa. Okay, I had no fucking clue that this place had a temple.
Maybe it's a secret temple.
It doesn't seem that secret. The librarian knows about it.
Hey, the librarian is always in the know.
Librarian knows about, who's also the most unprofessional.
Just to confirm, Eternal Emperor.
Yes.
We don't, like, Cedric and I don't know about this temple, right? Like,
Cedric, make a outer rim knowledge check, and Kazari, you wouldn't know about this.
What difficulty?
It's going to be daunting. Okay, so you heard of a temple on Malastare, but you didn't hear much about it before the disaster, and in the last 2 years, it's been very hush. You haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, I did hear there was a temple here, but to be frank, I didn't really care about it.
What? You didn't care about it?
Yeah, I was being trained on Coruscant.
Oh.
I was never going to go out to Malastare, so I didn't really read up about Malastare.
Okay. Just seems like something you would have mentioned as we were crashing on the planet.
I forgot till this very moment.
Okay.
Would you like to read her second archived email?
Dick. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll start at the bottom this time. God damn it. Subject. Odd markings. This is to Darwi and from Cindy, the librarian. Now, I'm no Jedi scholar, Simon, but I'm looking at these books that got sent down. Firstly, the language here is strange. I've seen some of the ancient Jedi scripts pass through from time to time, and I'm certain this is different. Also, there's this feeling I got when I try to look at them. Oh, shit. It's odd. One of the books has a symbol on the cover with Cthulhu's face on it, and then it ate me, and I'm dead. Oh, God, Simon, help. And it definitely looks different from the Jedi ones. You said the temple didn't have space for this stuff. Are you sure they were even told about this? It seems a little fishy to me. Also, your boys in the Foreign Office dealt with this, and not the Jedi from the temple? Sorry, I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but I don't like being uneasy about the stuff we store in here. Cindy. I gotta be honest with you, Sin, I don't think this is worth following up on. The red tape in that place is blinding. But if it matters that much to you, I'm down. Meet me up by the bistro on Saturday, and I could hook you up with some contacts if you want to chase some people down for answers. Oh, and don't worry, the food is on me. Definitely killed her there. Simon.
Look,
education.
I feel as though it's either he killed her or he's basically asking her out on a date. And I feel like both are incredibly unprofessional things, so I understand the relationship now.
Are there more emails, or does it stop there when she's murdered?
Stops there.
I knew it!
Maybe she had started a happy life with this guy and she never came into work 2 years later.
Remember them one-off planet.
Yeah, that's not it, though.
So the other things on this terminal, you have an archive of what's in the library, and you also have some loan records.
Some loan records. I'll take a quick glance at that, see if there's anything that chips my eye. You know, if there's any people we already know about, you know.
So the loan records stop, about a year and a half ago, and it seems like only 2 people were taking books out towards the end.
Wait. So Cindy stopped coming to work 2 years ago, but the place didn't collapse until a year and a half ago? Oh.
Well, the owner also stopped coming in 2 years ago. I guess he...
That's because he ran after he murdered her!
There are the loan records, Marshall.
Plague and origin. What the fuck? What? Plague and origin. Oh no, that was the plague that they were trying. There was another plague that wasn't as bad. Plague and origin, Shin Johnson by Shada Ordita. Or no, she's taking it out. She isn't the writer. 4th edition, Koru Pew. Okay. Shada Ordita also took out the Nitrosane method and Gran Biology. The fuck is the Nitrosane method?
You don't know because it's not on the shelves.
God damn it, Shada, you bitch!
And she also got out Kolto reevaluated.
By Dr. Chong So.
And Zinzalin took out something.
Wait, Zinzalin was here? This is all... Wait, what? Murakami Orchids. Harry Livingston. Redacted! Redacted! Oh my god. Dude, I can't believe these guys just came in and, like, checked books out. Especially Zinzalin. Like, he didn't just come in and, like, I'll be taking this.
This library is the one to mess with, as you know.
Man, that's... They must...
And they were sort of undercover as well, so...
They were the people. I walk up to the librarian woman, or the librarian robot. I say, you said that there were people here before us, right? That gave you trouble?
Yes, about a month ago.
Interesting. Could you describe what they looked like?
One was a shorter woman. I can't remember what race she was.
You're a robot! How do you...
Seemed like a Jedi of some sorts. And another Jedi, a man, in a black mask.
Sorry, I just choked up on my own blood. Did you say he was wearing a mask?
Yes, a cloak. He was very secretive.
I don't blame the robots for forgetting things. When you're running for 2 years without likely maintenance, you tend to start to malfunction.
Oh, can you perform maintenance? I would like a bit of a tune-up.
No.
You don't want maintenance from me.
We had a guy for that.
We had a guy, but now we don't.
You are not the guy. I point at Celeste,
Nope.
and then I walk back to the computer.
All I'm saying is that I got this book just before medical surgery on the guy.
A black mask. Oh,
They have no fucking clue what that. So I go on the computer real quick, and I believe
You don't check the archive for anything in particular?
that's where I was going.
Oh, no, I mean, wait, you getting off the computer?
No,
or...
I said I'm going over the computer because I talked to the robot lady.
I forgot you were away from the computer, my bad.
Yeah, so I go back to over to the computer.
Yeah.
And so I believe the only thing left I could really access was the archive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I go into the archive, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the Jedi books they do have in the archive that are, here.
Okay. You get some various Jedi tech. It's not a big collection. Mostly what it is lightsaber technique manuals, and there are a few other ones there, and you get the location of them if you wanted to go find them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go check them out. I'll go look at them. Yeah.
So you get to it, and you can see that most of them are form manuals, like Form 1, Form 3, Form 4. But you notice that the book on Form 2 has been taken out, but it's not listed in the loans.
What's Form 2? I forget.
Oh, why didn't you make a knowledge lore check? Easy.
Oh, so okay. I assumed a Jedi would just know, but yeah.
It depends. I don't. Are you trained in it? I don't.
No. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily know how to do it, but I would assume you would just know the names of the forms. You know.
I don't know. I mean, there's 7 of them. Let's see. let's just take a look. Yeah, okay. It's Makashi.
I get a nosebleed while I'm Makashi, you say? Yeah, that's who in our group. Who in the original group? I wouldn't know this, but out of character, who in the original group knew Makashi? That was
Shao.
Was it Shao?
I believe. Yeah.
That's weird.
It's not. I don't.
It wasn't Ataru,
I don't
right?
think it's.
Yeah, no, it was Makashi. One of you was Ataru, right? But it wasn't.
Two
Shao.
of us were Ataru. Shao and Merkava both.
Oh,
Ataru,
Shao
I think.
picked up Ataru later. That's right. But she started with Makashi.
Yeah,
Started
she
at
was
the
a
bottom.
Makashi dude.
Now we're here. Yeah. So I
I think it was Shao here.
What? No. I mean, maybe. That seems. Why would Shao be interested in a beginner manual? She's an expert at Makashi. She maxed out the tree. I assume. I don't actually know. But I don't know. Maybe. But it seems more likely that someone interested in Shao checked the book out, or it could just be a complete coincidence, a red herring.
That's also very true.
I mean, there's lots of people who probably are interested in Makashi besides Shao. It's a pretty cool lightsaber form. It's even got a cool name. It's like Kakashi, but it's Makashi.
Maikashi.
Maikashi.
Hashtag not Maikashi.
Yep. So it was basically the only Jedi books they have are books on lightsaber forms.
That's the majority of it. There's a few on like the history of the Order and recent galactic politics and stuff like that. But nothing.
Do I think any of these books are rare and should be saved, or are these like mass produced?
Yeah, I'd say you've probably even seen some of these before in the temples and stuff. Like they're pretty ubiquitous.
These are not like ancient tomes. This is like a limited edition copy. They're all very plain.
Oh, actually, make a hard perception check.
Okay. Oh wait, hard.
Not simple.
Yeah, I mean, I die. I fail.
You take a look through these books, and you think, they certainly are books.
Hey, that's what they are, man.
Yeah.
What? So they have all the forms except Makashi?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll take out form. I believe it's form. Is form 6 Shien? Which form is Shien? I forget. I'll look for Shien.
Okay. You find Shien. I'll tell you which one it is in a second. It's 5.
5.
You find. So Shien, find form 5. You find it.
I lick the book first, just to check that it's,
It's old and dusty.
Oh, man. Good. That's my... Oh, yes! I jump up and down. I'm so excited. And then... I think... Should I take the book? That's the true question of it all. Because...
Mm-hmm.
Do they have, Do they have a book on Neimon?
Yes, they have a book on all of them.
Okay. I'll take the book on Neimon and the book on Shien to the desk. I'll check them out.
Okay, she like scans them a couple times and then says, "Please enjoy. Your due date is 2 weeks."
Oh. Yeah. You know what? If I'm
2 weeks.
if I'm still on the planet, I think I'll return them. Why not? 2 weeks is actually kind of short for a library. That's my library does it for like a month and a half, and that's just
Really?
That's my public library. My school library does it for 4 months. They give it to you for the entire fucking semester. They're like, just take
I've
them.
had libraries that go a week.
Oh man, that's brutal. A week? Oh man, no, I've never. That must be California for you. Just fascist liberals. Anyway.
Fascist liberals.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I asked the robot. I say, does Cindy have an office or a place where she worked?
She would usually just work at that terminal.
So she didn't have an office?
Not that I know of, unless she was hiding one from me.
That's creepy.
Checking floor plans. Cannot find office.
Does she have a home in the city?
I didn't know about it. I would imagine she would have.
Do you know where she might keep the password to her terminal?
Probably at home.
Damn it. Could you unlock her terminal for me?
Physically, I could. Ethically, no.
What's holding you back ethically?
That's Cindy's terminal.
That's true. But let me tell you something. Cindy, before she left 2 years ago, and if you want me to make a check at the end of this, that's fine, Putty, but I'm going to do a little thing here. Cindy, before she left 2 years ago, received a set of strange books from the education authority here. Okay? And they wanted her to store them. And so she put them in the restricted section. She was interested in finding out the meaning behind these books and finding out why they were sent to her and what they do. I am a Jedi, and I believe that I can offer Cindy the guidance she needs on finding out what those books are and how they're important and why they were sent to her. But it might take me some time to research them so that I want to be able to tell Cindy the findings of my research the moment she returns from her absence. And if I'm to do that, I need to look at those books. But the only way I can look at those books is to turn down the force field on the restricted section. And the only way I can do that is to get into Cindy's terminal. And the only way I can do that is for you to open it for me. By not opening it, you would actually be going against Cindy's best interests. You would be harming her in a way.
Make a easy charm check with boost for appealing to her literary senses and setback because of her robotic programming.
Damn it. Do we have Destiny today? What's our Destiny at?
Yeah, it's 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Okay, I'm gonna flip. I think this is a good flip, guys. 1S, 1B. Oh man. Oh fuck. I'm so excited. Okay.
Just can't hide it. You're about to lose control and you think you like it.
Oh wait, I need to add a P.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Hey. You are right, Jedi. It would be good for Cindy to have something to make her return to work again. She seems, well, uninterested in it. Very well. I will look.
Because she's been gone for 2 years.
She walks over and interfaces with the terminal and then like waves you towards it and heads back to her desk.
Thank you so much. I go into the terminal and I go into the part where I can open the barrier.
It has a simple open-close mechanism, and it's currently unclosed.
I click open.
It's open, and the barrier comes down.
I run over to the barrier. I'm so excited.
Okay, you find a pile of thick tomes.
Oh man, can I estimate how many there are? More than a dozen?
Yeah, it's about 10.
Oh, okay. I begin to look at the... Oh yeah, you said that there aren't names on the spines.
No. However, as you get closer, you realize that one of them has a symbol on it. And I'll show you that. 1 second. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Cool. Yeah.
Guys, we're like
So there you
Nicolas
go.
Cage. This is national treasure.
There's a little faded symbol on the top left.
This
of
is
one
like
of them.
National Treasure, Da Vinci Code, and Indiana Jones all wrapped up into one. Do I recognize that symbol? Marshall does,
Yeah,
but I don't know if Kasari does.
Roll.
Does Cedric. Looking at that.
Kasari rolled a hard lore check. Cedric, you recognize that symbol.
I stare at it, blinking.
You don't quite recognize. You think it's got something to do with the Force, but you don't remember what it is.
This definitely has to do with the Force, but I don't remember what it is.
This is not good.
Why isn't it good?
Fuck.
I begin to open the book and flip through the pages.
So you see it in a language that you don't quite understand. However, Cedric, that even though you can't really understand the language, it seems to be calling to you.
Are there any pictures?
There actually are some pictures. You see some pictures of people dueling with lightsabers every now and then, or worshipping a moon or the sun.
I say, this is definitely some sort of... Well, perhaps it's a Jedi manuscript, but if it is, it's ancient. I mean, for one thing, it's really old, but two, this isn't common. This isn't Galactic Basic, and all the Jedi literature is printed in Galactic Basic nowadays. Plus, what the fuck are they doing to the sun and the moon? Jedi don't believe in such superstitions. I mean, we believe that the suns and moons exist, but we don't praise them.
Cedric, do you attempt to read?
No.
I can just imagine all the fucking screaming the Emperor is doing right now. Just like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Coughing. I put down that book and I look through the other ones. Are they all similar to this one?
It seems pretty much the exact same language. A few different pictures, one or two.
Wait, does it seem like basically just different editions of the same manuscript?
Make a average education knowledge check. You can tell that a lot of what you're seeing is very similar, but there are crucial enough differences that they're either different things or very different versions of the same thing. If they are different versions, they're very different.
Okay. So they're definitely not the same though. Like
Not identical.
Yeah.
They're definitely not identical.
And if they were different editions of the same manuscript, they would be like hundreds of years apart with tons of changes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I say, I'm not really sure what we should do with these. I mean, they seem important. I definitely don't think we should just leave them here to rot, but I don't know how to read this language. Perhaps the Jedi Council would, though.
Yes. Whenever we get a ship, we'll store them away and we can get them to the council at some point.
Why don't we just go back to that one computer terminal with internet?
What?
You know, the one that we used to contact your Jedi friend the last time?
You want them to read the books over like webcam? What?
I mean, sure.
I mean,
Or we could just copy paste all the text.
I don't know how pressing it is. I just want to make sure that the books aren't lost to the ages. They seem rather important.
Oh, also, what do you mean copy and paste?
You got the point, evil eternal emperor. I don't mean copy and paste them.
Eternal Emperor laughs and cackles. What the fuck? Okay.
I'm so used to most books being on holodisks that I'm not used to actually seeing physical books.
To be fair, if they have a Xerox machine.
You haven't seen a Xerox machine.
Oh no, that's too bad. They were really popular in the '90s, but they're not so popular in the Galactic Empire.
You mean Republic? Gosh.
Oh, Republic. Yeah. Sorry, Eternal Emperor. I didn't want to take away your glory in the future.
That's right.
Oh no. Okay, so I love this new roleplay. Man, there's a lot of typing. Jesus.
Clickety click clack.
Yeah, clickety clack click. I hope you're not playing Game of Thrones, Cedric.
Nope.
He's playing Scribner.
Scribner? What?
Oh no.
Oh, I thought that was a real game.
Oh, he's on it now. He's being caught.
No, I was doing campaign prep before in a program, so.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yep.
Apparently, it's a word processing program and outliner designed for authors.
You're not using
Is
Word,
that-
you fucking weirdo. No.
Is there anything else
Well,
in
not
the
using
library?
Google Docs.
Is there anything else, any of the other sections in the library that you're interested in?
I'm gonna try and have a look if we can find any of the books that Shada and Zinderlin got out.
They're gone.
Actually, now that we're in a library, why don't I look for more books on prosthetics and surgery?
Sounds like you're all headed to the medical section.
I guess.
I'm not.
You head over. Oh yeah, you didn't say anything. Sounds like you're both headed to the medical section. So you head over there and find just a bunch of books on medicine. You see, Cedric, that one particular section is more empty than the others if you're looking for books that they took out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head over there and see what's gone.
You can see that, like, the area where a lot of books were most recently taken out has a lot of information on a plant called the Murakami orchid.
I think we found our orchid. Kasari,
Yeah.
I think I found the orchid that was down and might have caused this.
What are they doing growing flowers in a library?
No, like, I found the name of it. The Murakami orchid.
Oh, let's read it then.
Is there any of those books still left? Or
Yep, there's loads. Lots and lots and lots.
Hundreds.
Maybe.
They
They
have,
might verge on the hundreds,
they
yeah.
have hundreds of books about a single orchid?
This is a really big section of the library. Lots of different species of plant that have been identified for medical usage have a lot of information on them here.
Wow.
yeah, so I'm
You
gonna
gotta be thorough.
I'm gonna grab won the books and
Also, some authors
have a
just write
flip
about
flow.
the same exact thing.
Is anybody helping Cedric, or is he just looking through these books himself?
I'll help.
I'm looking for prosthetic surgery, my friend.
Yeah, that's cool. So Kasari and Cedric make, so Kasari helps Cedric with a perception check. It's going to be hard, average.
You'll
And
get boost.
make an average perception check yourself.
Okay.
Okay, Cedric, you take 2 strains. Very stressful search for you, but you successfully dig up this information on Murakami orchids.
Oh God!
Would anybody like to read this?
I don't see
Not
it.
me.
Well, I feel bad for Marshall,
Did
so...
you post it in the... I can't see it.
It's in
It's
the
in
roll
the-
20.
Oh! Oh, how interesting.
So I'll read it. You scour the archives in the medical section for notes on the Murakami orchids, and are able to discover information on various kinds. Many of the books on the subject that were listed on the navigation computer seem to be missing, though. Murakami blue. The blue variant of the orchid is often found on lush fields near bodies of water. Large quantities of the species grow on the banks of rivers and lakes. When harvested, the nectar of the plant serves as a well-demonstrated relaxant and has been used as an aid for certain kinds of recovery. Specifically, the book you find recommends use of the Murakami blue as an aid for joint and muscle pain. In compound form, you discover the nectar is completely legal in the Republic and Malastare as medicine. More pure doses are considered a restricted substance and can often cause long-term muscle cell damage. This is a rare problem, however, as you discover most of the Murakami blue that is currently used in Republic systems has been in storage for many decades. It is harvested as are the other orchids in only a small portion of the galaxy, and the demand of the product is quite low as there are other more commonly available medicines that have similar effects. Market value for a gram of Murakami blue, 64% AV purity, 235 credits. Oh my god, this is going to be a long one. Myrrh green / yellow. The most common type of orchid found in the Murakami system, primarily the planet of Myrrh, is the green variant. The book you read disagrees on whether or not the yellow variant is the same species as the green, or a different entirely. Okay, but both seem to be harmless flowers that some richer customers who can afford the import and finding costs use as a decoration. Market value for a potted myrrh green varies wildly. No costs listed in the books. Why are they all spelt slightly different? Murakami red. Red variants of the orchid are extremely rare. Given the more tame climate of myrrh and the Murakami system as a whole, this variant grows predominantly in violently hot climates, and as such has mostly been found on the moon of Kham. It has rarely been found near dormant volcano during the summer on other planets in the system. You don't find too much mention of the variant in the books you're reading. Rather,
That's bad grammar. I'm going to fix that. Fuck me.
Other than passingly it being mentioned as a potential survival tool in cold climates due to the heat, the buds let off even months after being picked. Additionally, you find through some wide reading in a few of the other sections that the seeds of Murakami red are used as an extremely high-end spice in some of the more noble core world planets. In particular, the royal families of Alderaan and the politicians of Coruscant and Corellia are said to bring out the spice for special occasions. Market value for a bottle of Murakami seeds Recipe lists common bottles as having 3 servings, 2,750 credits. Oh, it's almost done. Murakami Violet. You read mention of 2 mutated forms of orchid. The first is a violet variant that tends to grow naturally when strains of blue bloom too far away from water. It seems some of the cells that require moisture die, and the plant that remains is a purple color. Many tests have been done on the species within the Republic, and it seems to have neutralizing effects on the other types. When cultivated near blue as it is in the wild, it serves as a stimulant and is a banned substance. However, when cultivated in a lab with the red variant, it strangely gives off a bitter cold. There seems to be talk of testing it with the newly discovered black variant, but at least at the time of publishing, none of the books mention such tests happening. Market value for a gram of Murakami Violet, cultivated naturally, lab quality, 10,000 credits. Murakami Black, a toxic variant of the orchid mentioned in brief by a few books you have read as being newly discovered. The black orchid has been found to grow from the corpse of a withered orchid of blue, yellow, or green variety. Where the natural problems have led to a mass withering of blue orchids, the growth of black variant has been stopped within the strain went inland and met of a strain of violet. When harvested, the substance is highly dangerous, and it has been theorized that the criminal organizations may be using it to develop a poison of some sort, though contact merely with the plant seems to be non-fatal. If the spores from the orchid get to the body, the result in the limited cases provide to happen death. Market value for a fully grown Murakami Black Orchid, 14,000 credits. All right, that's it.
Orchids. How do they work?
You know, it's funny because, one, I thought that was really well written. Like, it sound like I'm not really a huge into biology, but it sounded very some very good terminology there. I liked it. But also, it sounds very biological. But also, I know someone who studies plant science, and he's every time I talk to him at school, he's like he's complaining about orchids. He does it like every fucking time I talk to him. He's like, "There's a billion fucking strains, and they can't. They invent 30 new ones each hour." Yeah. So, I what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I don't know. Like, clearly they were important to somebody.
See, the thing is,
well,
it's just poisonous. It doesn't say anything about, turning you into a complete, fuckface, right?
Well, it does mention tests to mix the violet orchid with the black. We don't know what those resulted in.
That's true. That's true. That sounds shady.
Although the violet usually has a neutralizing effect.
Do you think that it somehow neutralized the ability to die?
I mean, why not?
Like, it just might make it non-fatal.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that like, it's not like it's going to do the same thing into every planet encounter. So it is possible that when actually, properly spliced with the black orchids, that they turn into some sort of, I mean, how could that's weird. I don't know. A part of me thinks that this is a red herring. Because, like, how do orchids produce a superbug, right? Unless this isn't a superbug. Unless we're thinking about it in a completely wrong way,
I mean, I've always thought about it in some kind of weird hive buying system.
Well, the
I mean,
thing is,
yeah, they're a hive mind,
black
but what
orchid.
does that even? What does that mean? I mean, are they a hive mind because of a virus? Are they a hive mind because of fungus? You know.
Thing is, we pretty much said the delivery method was spores, right?
When did we say
No, nothing said that.
Or at least air.
Is there something that you need to talk about, Cedric? Because
no,
it's certainly it's not traveling in the air. It is certainly not traveling in the air, and I know that because guess what? If it had been, then this entire city would be fucked, and the people living underground wouldn't only be worrying about the guys infected walking around in the city, but also the fact that the infected have the ventilation ducts all fucked up.
Unless a small percentage of the population is immune to airborne strains.
Well, then, so
I distinctly remember
that
it happens in I Am Legend.
It so happened that all four of us were immune to the inborn strain as well, because I know for a fact that Cedric, me, and Merkava all got infected by getting cut or attacked by these creatures.
Perhaps you were infected before that, and you just didn't realize it until the cut exacerbated the disease even further.
I don't think so.
Well, it's not like you were tested for it beforehand. You don't know.
Yes, I was. By the doctor.
Oh, that's right.
Literally, they had a doctor look at us.
There was a doctor who looked at us.
A very trustworthy doctor.
Yeah, the very good doctor who was terrible at his job. Actually, I forget. What did the doctor... Wait, I'm trying to think. Why was
the doctor was really bad.
Yeah, but what did he do that was shady? I forget. It was... Oh, yeah, he would just, like...
He just walked up, looked at our eyes, and said we were good.
Yeah, they're good. We were pretty sure that Chris could have made it past... Or not Chris, Cedric.
May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, he did also perform a blood transfusion.
He did, and it went well.
Yet.
Did my arm feel good?
Yeah.
Did my blood feel good?
Yeah.
Do I feel good?
Yeah.
I mean, except for the 7, Chris!
Yeah.
Wait, 7?
I was crit 7 times, yeah. Well, I think it was crit 6 times. I already had 1. Or 2. So I was maybe crit 5 times. The point is, after we get off this hellhole, we're like taking a month of downtime. Or maybe, no,
yeah.
We're not. Just kidding. I lied. We're not.
We're gonna take at least some downtime.
Well, we're gonna take the downtime.
But it is like, look, if you guys won't go to the horrors that I have hiding behind on some of these planets, then I'll take them to you.
I was gonna say, I mean, I'm hoping that there'll be some downtime in the travel between here and the next planet, but I'm not. Kasari wouldn't stop. She wants to get Xiao. So, but I will say that. Huh. Well,
like that black strain.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure we said before that it was an orchid that did this. We were originally when we went up into the
we were just theorizing
city,
that because she had orchids in her office.
True.
I don't think there was any other information besides that, and we also found the chopped up orchid petals.
And we got a few, I'm sure there were a few,
Please stop saying
logs
few,
about, a few logs about, like the ventilation system and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
it could be a red herring, but
no, I'm not saying it necessarily
I don't think it is.
But it might be.
I definitely don't think the virus is airborne, by the way. I 100% think you are falling for some kind of misunderstanding of how the virus works.
Oh, no, I'm not saying the virus is airborne. I'm saying we're not
No,
scientists.
I'm talking to Cedric specifically, who's claiming...
Well, the thing...
It seems to be absolutely reassured that the virus is airborne, and I disagree based off of not only the current circumstances of how the virus has been spread, but also by current past experiences with an actual doctor who's apparently studied the disease for a year and a half.
Well, it also might be one of those things where the conditions of the place. Real quick question: they were living in the survivors were living in the Undercity, right? That was what it was called.
Mm-hmm. It's called the Lower City.
The Lower City, gotcha. Was it very dry or very moist there compared to the rest of the city?
When you make a easy education check.
One threat.
It was the perfect level of moist.
Huh. I don't know what the fuck.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's like moist. I said as I was walking through the city. I would like go up behind people and just whisper, "Moist."
Moist.
And they'd be like, "Fucking humans."
They were like that anyway, but you know.
Yeah, but it didn't help that I was whispering moist into their ears. And then I'd sponge their neck. Take like a wet sponge and just press it up against them. I say that we continue with this information in hand. And we should take the book with us, I think. Probably.
You find a nice textbook that has most of this information on it, but the information you gathered was from multiple different books. But there's one textbook you could probably take with you.
Okay. Let's take all the books. We start carrying a bookshelf around.
It'd be about 2 encumbrance, by the way, if you wanted to take the textbook with you.
Holy shit, 2 encumbrance for a textbook?
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It weighs half of a person.
See, this is why the Star Wars universe started using holodiscs and fucking all that shit. It's like, not because of the fact that the technology is everywhere to do it. It's because their textbooks are just so
goddamn
damn
heavy. Yeah.
Heavy.
Oh man. Anyway, I walk up to the Actually, I'm gonna go back to the books from before.
Okay.
The librarian said she felt weird when she was reading them, or looking at them. I don't feel weird, do I?
You didn't.
Okay.
Someone did.
The librarian must be a psychopath then. A raving lunatic, capable of destroying us all. We must kill her before she strikes us.
Not she felt weird because
suddenly at the door appears a woman holding a large tome and a red lightsaber.
Oh my god.
Okay, sorry, what were you gonna say, Slash? My apologies.
I said, wasn't the reason why she felt weird was because the Jedi weren't directly handling the books?
Well, no. She also said that she just felt weird reading them. That they gave off a strange... I'll go back and read her exact words. She said, I've seen some of the ancient Jedi scripts pass through from time to time, and I'm certain this is different. Also, there's this ... feeling I get when I try to look at them. It's odd. So, it's more than just she thinks they're weird. She also thought they were weird, and she was suspicious about that. But she specifically designates that there's some sort of aura they're giving off that's, creeping her out. Maybe not creeping her out, but she gets a feeling from them. Anyway, we're currently...
Maybe she was slightly force sensitive and apparently more aware of this than you.
We're currently here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and now it's labeled.
Oh man, amazing. I asked the librarian, what else is... you said you have a floor plan of the building, right?
I have a floor plan of this building and the west set of pods.
Pots?
Pods.
Oh. So what is this building called?
This is the library.
Wait, the whole tower's the library?
No, so when she said this building, she meant this building and the west set of pods.
Okay. Could you tell me what else is in the west set of pods?
In the west set of pods, there are a number of home pods as well as a bistro.
A bistro? Oh shit! What's the bistro called?
It is one of the franchise bistros. I believe it is called Chicante Rosa.
Guys, it's Chicante Rosa.
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
Yo, we finally get down to the fucking conspiracy. It started so long ago. Okay. Actually, I can't wait to see if Putty does do that. I say, you guys want to continue to explore the rest of the pods?
I shrug my shoulders.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah,
Seb?
sure, why not?
Okay. We go up to this door.
Okay, before you leave, the librarian says, wait, before you go,
Oh, shit.
you are Jedi, correct?
Yeah, we are.
One of my last visitors told me to give this to the next Jedi who visited.
Ooh.
And she hands you a tape.
I play the tape.
So if you try to go through the methods you've tried to before using Celeste's iPod, it seems like
Wait,
this
Celeste
tape
has
doesn't
an
have
iPod?
the...
Yeah.
That's how you've been playing the tapes previously.
That's fantastic.
This tape isn't formatted correctly for your iPod.
Oh, that's so weird because my iPod always plays tapes.
No, what you've been doing is extracting the audio from the tape and then putting it on the iPod. God.
Okay.
But this
Look,
is MP.
the
This is
justification
MP3.
was this was an advanced iPod.
Yeah. It's an iPod Mini.
Oh man, shit. No,
One
Okay,
that's so advanced that two people can stick separate headphones into it.
So as you leave the library and walk out into another set of pods, again, the floor is made of metal.
Wait.
Sorry.
We're just gonna give up on the tape. Can we play it on the computer?
The computer doesn't seem to have any interface for a tape.
I asked the librarian, do you have a tape deck?
No.
Do you know who does have a tape deck?
If anyone will have tape deck, she says, it would be security.
Is there security on this building?
Not in the library.
But they are in the west pods?
Not in the west pods.
Where are they?
I only have floor plans for the library and the west pods.
But you know security... Oh, fine. Okay, well, thank you.
Well, I guess I do not know security exists, but I hope they do. I feel safer at night knowing nobody can break into my... And she looks at you all. Well, I guess there might not be security after all.
I feel sad. I say, well, I think we should look for security to play the tape deck. But yeah, we'll continue. Sorry, describe the room.
No problem. 1 second. I just need to draw something. Some freestyle fucking on the fly. There is a door there. Okay, so you walk into the western pod room, and again, there are rows and rows of pods. The floor is made of metal. The roof is made of metal. And on the inside, you see a further portion of that cylindrical core that you had seen in the previous section with a big metal blast door on it. Again, the outer rim is made of metal. Sorry, not metal. The outer rim is made of glass. And as you walk out, you can see that the cloud that you had seen in the previous section has actually risen, and you can barely see the cloud anywhere towards the top of the glass. Over here, you notice the elevator that seems to be headed down to the access zone. It's the elevator, Charles, that you tried to ride. And above it is seems to be you can go up another floor from this elevator, but there's no elevator currently at this level. And you also notice down below is the smashed remains of a wall that seems to have been destroyed somehow, the outer wall of the inner city. And parts of this glass wall out here are actually smashed really badly, and glass is scattered across the floors. There's scratch marks and burn marks on the floor. Some of the pods have been tipped over. This is a real wreckage of a room, and you see kind of a few bits and bobs in the center of the room that you can't really identify from this far, but it seems to be left in a pile.
Huh. Are there... did you say there were scorch marks? Does it look like a lightsaber cut through here?
Make a average education check. Or another type of knowledge check if you can argue it. Yeah, it seems like some light. This does seem like the work of a lightsaber.
It just leads out into the open air, though, right?
Well, there's like the scorch marks are kind of like scattered. There are some leading towards the air, some leading inwards, some all the way on the other side of the room. They don't really have too much of a pattern to them.
No, but I mean, like, the part that's smashed, where does it lead to?
Yeah, the part that's smashed is just open air. It's just this outside window.
Yeah. So if you just stepped outside that, you just fall, right? There's not like a platform or anything.
You would just fall, yes.
Yeah, okay. Unless there's
you would fall, and you would have to take a dive onto a wall, which might break it. Ask Cedric.
Oh, no.
Do you go and investigate the pile of items?
Sure.
So it seems to be a cloak of some sort. It doesn't seem like a Jedi cloak or anything. It's just a kind of generic traveler's cloak. You also see kind of a personal communication device that seems broken. And you find a chance cube that's worn. And seems to be... This chance cube is odd. It seems to have a draw in the Force to you, Kasari, and Cedric. Almost as if it wants to tell you something.
I hold it up to my ear.
It doesn't do anything to your ear.
That's not how the Force works.
Cedric, do you take it off her and try something?
I gotta just hold out my hand for it.
I put it in your hand?
I'm gonna look at it carefully.
And shoot force
shake it.
at it?
Shake
Okay.
it.
Okay, you don't say anything either then if that's what you're doing.
Nope, that's all I'm
why
doing.
don't you judge me for my very reasonable decision and then do something just as reasonable? Okay. I'm gonna roll the chance cube on the floor and see what it lands on.
So it's got 3 blue sides and 3 green sides.
Oh, green. Okay, interesting. What does it land on?
Green.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, I just rolled it. That's why it took so long.
Oh, I roll it again.
Why don't you roll it? Roll a d6.
Oh, it's random though. I'm sad.
It might not be. Who knows? Blue. Green. Blue.
Okay. I don't think
So
it's
it's
trying
an
to tell me anything.
alternating chance cube. It will always roll.
Seems to be very strong in the Force, like someone cared about it very much. You tried to kind of reach out for its energy?
Sure, yeah. I don't know what that means, but...
Okay, I want to know how you're doing it, so if you don't know what that means, then...
Okay,
yeah.
well, I mean, I'll put it on the floor in front of me.
Isn't this chance cube a little bit weird? I mean, well, do chance cubes normally have a green side? I thought it was red.
Yeah, the ones you've seen have had red sides and stuff.
I put it in front of me, and I sit crisscross across from it, and I begin to reach out to feel its presence, to feel it isolated in the endless sea that is the Force. And once I find the pinpoint that is the cube in the ocean of Force energy, I cast my fishing line out to it.
And you find yourself in another place.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh, whoa.
Bye, Marshall.
uh, uh, uh,
Oh. So you find yourself in a room very similar to the one you're currently in. However, all the pods seem upright and the window is still fully intact. And you see two figures circling each other, one quite slender, hunched, hunting, and holding an ignited red lightsaber. Decisive in their posture, the figure stares down another, wielding a golden yellow double blade and pacing back and forth like a caged animal. Finally, the Golden Warrior charges, viciously slashing at the hunter. You see the hunter's footwork fluidly allows them to block and dodge every blow the aggressor is throwing, waiting for the perfect and precise opening to engage their new opponent. The raging bull does not cease, however, constantly laying down a barrage of strikes with each end of their destructive lightsaber. And despite their excellent footwork, the reserved figure finds themselves backing off, slowly finding their back to a glass wall. A well-placed dodge and the glass shatters, flying across the room and allowing the hunter to land a solid strike, though it is parried off. Now the aggressor is incensed, and their attacks take another step up in pace. No relenting as the hunter is pushed further and further towards an open elevator door. Realizing the danger behind them, the hunter attempts to shift the battle, but it is too late. Power strike after power strike forces the figure to concentrate on their opponent, and one catch is just right to send the fighter with a red lightsaber down the elevator shaft. Content, the victor turns away and walks. As you do, you catch a glimpse of their green skin.
Green? You always leave before I'm ready.
I like to leave you in there. You're contemplating. And Kasari opens her eyes as she returns to this place.
You're right, Kasari?
I just witnessed a battle.
Battle?
Yes.
With your weird Jedi voodoo stuff?
Cedric, would you like to try reaching out for this cube?
You know what? Celeste would like to eventually reach out to this cube.
You can do it,
I look at it a sec, then I'm gonna look back at Kasari and say, "What did you see?"
Two figures. They were crossing lightsabers. They were battling life and death. One of them had green skin, and they wielded a double-bladed yellow lightsaber. It was so golden and shiny. And then the other was, I didn't see what they looked like, but they wielded a red lightsaber. They were fighting in this exact spot.
Maybe he had blue skin to represent the other side of the chance cube.
It was them that tore open that hole in the wall when they were fighting. And then the wielder of the yellow lightsaber threw the other down the shaft, the elevator shaft over there.
At this point, you notice dry blood leading to the elevator.
I walk over to it.
It is dry blood leading to the elevator.
No, I walk over to the elevator.
Oh, I see. You look down, you can see a very large drop and a break in it, as it seems like, it seems like the elevator shaft is broken, but it would have once have led down to the outer city.
Is there a corpse at the bottom?
It's too far down to see that, but make a hard perception check.
Damn it! Where's my binoculars when I need them?
Also, while she's doing that, Cedric, do you try to meditate on the cube?
Yes, I'm gonna meditate on the cube too.
That is not a perception check.
Wait, what did I
You just roll, it rolled, just nothing but...
Okay, should I just re-roll that completely?
Absolutely, you should.
Yeah. Hey.
You try squinting towards the bottom of the elevator, and you can't see anything. However, with that advantage, I'll say you notice a few scratch marks near the edge.
Do they
What
look
are
like,
you looking for, Kasari?
do they look like lightsaber scratch marks?
No, they look like nails.
Jesus. I say I'm looking for the corpse of the person who was thrown down this elevator shaft.
Oh, I look over.
Perception check.
Okay.
with boost, because you see those scratch marks.
The strangest thing about the battle is it didn't seem to me like a battle between the Sith and the Jedi. It seemed like a battle between two people laid bare, afraid. At least one of them was afraid.
A success, an advantage, and a triumph.
So you notice as these scratch marks lead to a small maintenance alcove right underneath where you are. Not very far. Like you could literally jump down
maintenance
there.
shaft. Finally, I've discovered one. They do have them.
Oh my god.
This maintenance alcove is covered in, again, dry blood,
where
and
the
you see
zombies come
taped
from.
to the top another tape, very similar to the one you were given in the library.
What?
I pointed out. I say it seems as though he's went that way.
I grabbed the tape. I'm like,
The alcove, by the way, there's no exit to it, so they would have had to get back up if they're not there.
I grabbed the tape. Does
Okay.
it
You
have a
added to your
label on
tape
it?
collection. Does not have a label on it.
Does it smell good?
It smells bad. It's covered in blood.
Oh no.
Dry blood, though. Okay, Cedric, as you meditate on the chance cube, you find yourself in another place. Would you like to join me in the private conversation? Can you, Thank you, Marshall. That's exactly what I was going to ask.
I'm a good kid. I'm a good boy.
Mhm.
Too bad this won't be on the recording.
Mhm.
Unlike my Force Visions, which just have to be, god damn it.
I really do feel like that maybe Putty should do double audio recordings or something just so that he can catch moments like this.
I mean,
And
if he's
just
gonna do
put it-
that, he should probably just record the whole thing himself, because it's like, he's not gonna want to edit it.
Oh. I guess that's a fair point. Yeah. Finding all these tapes.
All the tapes.
All the tapes.
I can't wait for him to get back and for me to climb down this this shaft. And then we can find out what lies at the bottom of the ventilation shaft. Unless you found it. Would you like to do the honors, or do you want me to?
I mean, you can climb down it.
Oh, yes. I start lubing myself up for that very purpose. Oh. Every time with the cackling. Jukebox, return!
You're a Pokemon trainer now?
Yep. It
You
kind
see
of looks like a
Cedric
Pokeball. Sorry, I say, Cedric, are you okay? Did you see the battle too?
Yes, and I think I saw more.
More? Yeah?
The cloaked figure that you couldn't see. There's very few people. Well, I believe she was Sabraki.
The one that got thrown down the elevator shaft?
No,
Oh.
no.
Zabraki aren't green.
The one wielding the red lightsaber.
That's the
That's
one that
the
was
one.
thrown down the elevator shaft. I'm like 95% sure.
No, I'm 95% sure that was the green one that was thrown down there.
What do you mean? You weren't even in the call where the vision was being told?
Well, from my vision,
Oh, okay.
like,
Wait, were we told... Either we were told different visions or one of us completely fucked up when we were listening.
Even though
My
something tells
vision-
me that this Jedi voodoo stuff isn't so accurate, considering that apparently you two are seeing two completely different events.
Maybe this is all...
what color lightsaber did the one that got thrown down the shaft?
Red.
Red.
And the one who wasn't thrown down the shaft wielded a double-bladed golden lightsaber, and they had green skin.
I saw that golden lightsaber cut in half.
Oh, I definitely did not notice that. That was definitely not a component of my vision. I'm pretty... Jesus, did I just
weren't
not...
listening hard enough. I'm kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm so sorry, Putty. I didn't pay attention. Oh, man, I'm gonna fail this class, aren't I?
This will be on the test.
Oh, no.
You're doing better than Sless. He doesn't even get weird Jedi voodoo visions.
And then
All
there
right,
was a
Sless's
third.
turn. He begins to sit down and start to meditate upon it.
Hey, roll your force die.
All right.
Oh. Cedric, you were saying?
Then there was a third figure.
A third? No, definitely don't remember that. Definitely don't remember that. What did the third figure look like? What'd they do?
I couldn't see
They have a lightsaber?
them exactly.
They have a lightsaber.
A blue one.
Ooh. What?
Now that explains the blue side of the chance cube. It all makes sense.
Okay. It's blue lightsabers and green skin.
I saw.
You know, I'm
The name of
starting
my
to
new
think
fan
these
fiction
Jedi
novel.
hallucinations might not be totally hallucinations.
So what I saw, I couldn't really distinctly make out the figure with the dual-bladed golden lightsaber, but their movements were aggressive towards the red one, who seemed skilled, definitely with the blade.
No,
carrying everything.
I agree. I would describe the one with the double-bladed lightsaber as a bull. I say
Bold,
I say
aggressive,
weirdly as my eyes go wide. So what was the third person? What'd they do?
Nothing.
What,
All I saw,
they just,
came
like,
in.
They just appeared. They apparated.
They came into the room, and I'm 100% sure she was the Brachy.
Wait, the blue lightsaber wielder was the Brachy.
No.
We're talking about the blue one. What'd the blue one do? Focus, Cedric.
Walk in and nothing else. That's all I saw.
Okay.
The reaction of
and the person who survived in yours was the person with the red-bladed lightsaber. They weren't thrown down the shaft.
I didn't see anyone thrown down the shaft.
Oh, what the fuck happened to the person with the gold lightsaber then?
With one swoop, their blade got cut in half and screamed in pain. Then the blue one came in, and the red-bladed person holding the red-bladed lightsaber dropped their hood, revealing a Zabraki face. I'm certain of it, and dropped a device of some kind, and that was it.
Maybe the communicator, but also, I think it'd be funny if in the vision Putty was like, "They look like they have horns," and then Cedric's just racist as fuck.
He was actually Diablos.
Okay, I go in the ventilation shaft.
Oh, the little alcove thing?
Yeah.
It's actually going to take an easy coordination check to do it without falling.
Oh, yeah. Wait, how far will I fall?
To the outer city.
That seems really bad. Okay, do we have rope?
No, we have a hook.
I can throw you over there
if you want. What we can do? No, hold on. Before we're silly, hold on to my hands, and I'll lower you down to the alcove.
And if it can't go that far, I'll hold on to Sless, and I'll.
Yes, we'll do a human rope.
Human chain.
Okay, we're doing it.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna do.
Or
Slash is
if
gonna
you want,
lower.
then I can climb Mount.
No. Let's do the lower. I like the lowering plan.
Okay, so Slash is gonna
Okay,
lower
I
Kasari
just-
down into the alcove.
Sure.
Okay, a simple athletics check with 2 setback.
Oh fuck.
Setback from like the wind and just the, like this is an awkward
me or Slash?
kind of lower. Slash, because he's holding on to you.
Slash, are you athletic?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think
It's-
we're all slightly
So
athletic.
simple is yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh shit!
So Slash, you're not used to this kind of
seems
intimate
really
human
bad!
Slash, you're not used to this kind of intimate human contact, and you're really sweaty, and your hands are slipping, and you lose your grip, you're falling, and you have a chance to grab onto the edge of the alcove.
Oh my god, what do I have to roll?
An average athletics check.
Oh my god.
And because of the sweat that Slash left on your hand, you have 1 setback.
I'm so sorry, Marshall.
Hey! So you grab on, and you successfully pull
I
yourself
didn't
up to
add
the alcove.
difficulty. Sorry.
Oh no. Too difficulty.
We're good.
Oh.
We're good. So 3 advantage, 1 success.
Yeah, you grab on and you pull yourself up to the alcove.
Jesus!
Slash.
You just hear Jesus Christ from the alcove.
Who's that?
I go into the alcove. What do I find?
So inside you see just like a huge amount of blood on the floor and a couple of like bloody bandages that seem really old, discarded in a corner. You find a few ration packs that are empty, a few stim packs that seem to have been used, stuff like that.
Nothing else?
Well, the tape was down here, but you already ripped that off the top.
That's right. Huh. I sit here for a moment.
The smell of blood fumigates, permeates your nostrils.
Fumigates. I would like to seek out the one who was injured here.
Okay. Roll a seek check.
Oh man, so exciting. Okay. Trying to fucking find the seek. Okay, here it is. Oh no.
Oh.
You can use that.
I'm clouded by the dark side. I stopped my meditation.
Mm. You find yourself as you see, for a moment you see the vision of somebody in this very place looking, but you pull yourself out,
Okay.
and that's where we're gonna take a break.
Oh shit.
Cool.
Hot diggity dog.
5 minutes, Marshall. That means 38. All right. He's gone. I'm a pig.
I have returned.
Wow, super early for you.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's really scary.
I didn't fall. I didn't accidentally kick a cat. Nothing bad happened. I didn't vomit. I didn't fall.
That not falling part is the most impressive.
I know, right?
Oh, there are also some tools down there, Marshall. I forgot to mention. Like some wrenches.
Some wrenches?
Some wrenches. Some Allen keys.
Wait, did you say keys?
Allen keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alan will be proud.
He would be. I do fear the wrath of Allen.
Do I see a big thing that says Zinzalin was here?
No.
Aw.
Just a lot of blood.
Do I find little white hairs?
No. But why don't you make a daunting perception check?
Oh man, I'm gonna find little black hairs.
You find some like you find what looks to the person like Marshall, not Kasari. Marshall, you find hairs, but Kasari doesn't think they're hairs, and just leaves them.
Does Kasari think they're like shreds of electrical cords or something?
There you go. That's good. Yeah.
I'm like, who brought all these electrical wires in here? God damn it. Trying to interfere when I'm looking for perfectly good hairs. Nothing but electrical cord.
Celeste, I assume you have returned.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going on? What's happening, peeps?
I'm gonna climb out. Oh god.
Okay.
That's like you can tell you'd have to like.
Do I
jump.
live here now?
I mean, it's definitely a difficult jump. You know, it's gonna be a hard jump.
I'll say to Celeste, I'll try and grab her when she jumps up.
Do I live here now?
No, I think I'm fine. I'm just a little less sweaty now. Thank you, though.
Put some talcum powder on your hands. Put that stuff you put on your hands when you go bowling.
Plus, you're in the very back, so you could potentially carry 2 people instead of 1.
Okay, I'll hold on to you and make sure you don't fall.
Assume
How
the
about
position.
That's exactly what you were supposed to be doing.
Hey.
Were you not holding on to me?
Hey, you know what'd be dope
I was.
you know what'd be dope as shit? If we had that person who can literally lift things and bodies in the force and like carry them across distances. That would be great. Anyway, I get ready to jump.
All right. So Celeste is gonna catch you.
Yeah.
Okay, Celeste, you can assist with Kasari's hard athletics check.
Okay, well, I have 4 brawn, so if you want, you can take my brawn.
I have 4 brawn as well. What's your athletic skill?
3 ranks.
Perfect, I'll take that.
Would you like to flip destiny?
No, I'm good. What's the difficulty?
Hard.
Any setback?
No.
Are you flipping destiny?
No.
Whoa!
So you make the jump and you like fingertip reach, and Celeste reaches down and grabs your wrist and pulls you up, and makes sure that you get up safely.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you you'd be fine.
I get all the talcum powder off, and I say, let's continue.
Does
Did
anybody
you find
wanna...
anything down there?
A lot of blood and bandages. Someone was down there for a while, healing themselves, recovering. There were also
Does
some,
something
anybody
else?
wanna...
there were also some tools, like
What are
wrenches.
you gonna say, Putty?
Does anybody want to take a closer look at the blood?
In the maintenance shaft?
No. There's blood leading up to the elevator.
I lick the blood.
I mean, I guess I'll look at it.
Okay, so it depends whether you're trying to figure out what type of blood it is or how long it's been there. If it's the first one, it's xenology. If it's the second one, it's survival.
I'll figure out how long it's been there because I don't think I have anything in xenology. So, yeah, how hard will it be?
Average.
What color is the blood?
That's a good question.
I failed
Also,
hard.
Jesus Christ, it's been there anywhere from 2 or 3 days to 10 years.
My God.
I look and say, maybe I should stop looking at blood.
So
I've seen so much of it, I can't accurately date it.
what's the color? Just basically the color. Red.
Red. Yeah,
Okay.
that's red. I just wanted to check,
Yeah.
you know, because I forgot that. Yeah, this is a
Okay.
sci-fi world.
It's not human, boys. I'll try to look at what species it is.
Hard xenology.
Boom.
Ooh. So you get a bit of the blood all over you.
Oh my
as you're
God!
doing it.
Isn't it dry?
It is dry. Well, it's the chippings. The chippings land on your shoulder, and you try to get it off by rubbing it, and you smush it into your shoulder.
I'm definitely losing my job in forensics after this. What a promising career before I forgot to look for that bird pendant.
You identify a few identifying features of Zabrak bloods.
Oh man, I'm starting to think you had a good theory here, bud. This is some Zabraki blood here. The good Zabrak blood. But your theory.
Wouldn't that mean that you were right, Marshall, not him?
Well, no. He's right that there was a Zabraki in the vision, but I was right because the Zabraki was the one. Well, actually, I don't. Well, Zabrakis don't have green skin, so if there is Zabraki blood here, it must have been the red lightsaber wielder. Wait, do Zabraki have green skin? Shit, maybe they do. I think some.
No, they have red.
No, because there's definitely there's definitely a strain of Zabraki
using meta knowledge, I know they have yellow skin and red skin, but I don't know about green skin.
Well, I saw the red lightsaber wielder having
Actually,
red
I think
skin.
they do have green skin.
Whoa. Come back. The red lightsaber wielder had red skin?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
I just said Zabraki.
Okay.
The thing is, Cedric's only seen red-skinned Zabrakis.
Okay.
No. Cedric's met Bowder.
Oh, Bowder, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, bitch. Bowder. What a good character. Okay, what episode did you meet Bowder in? Was that episode 10?
No, it was later, I think. It was only the Shadow Generator episodes.
Yep. That was episode 13 then. Or no, 14. That was episode 14. The greatest episode of Alton Bell.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was a good episode.
It was really good.
Wasn't good at it.
I think it was really fun because it was the most personalized. Okay. I am going to say, well, this is Zabraki blood, which means that.
How do you know what Zabraki blood is?
I don't know. I just know, man. How do you know?
There are a few. There are a few cells in the blood that turn up yellow, and a few that turn up white, and you can find them if you look close enough. That's how you know.
A few that turn up yellow and a few that turn up white.
Why would you ever study this?
Shao!
Sorry.
Shao's Zabraki. One time she cut herself. And I stared at it. I'm weird like that. Anyway. I took her blood to the lab and I had it analyzed.
I say, are Jedi supposed to have some weird cult obsession with their masters, or
Not usually?
Actually, kind of. But probably not to the point that you take their blood and look at it. That's a lot.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
We missed that part in episode 1.5, Return of the Blood Looking. Oh no, I cut myself shaving today, Anakin. Really, Master? Did you? Let me look at that. 1 second.
Now I just
like
have
Sam.
an image of Anakin like just sticking his finger on like a little smear of blood and looking at a little bit.
Anakin, you scamp, you.
Oh my god.
Always licking my blood. Okay. By the way, let's race to the liquor store. I think my vision seems to be more accurate, because in my vision, the Zabraki is the one who was defeated, and it's her blood here. Or his blood. Or their blood.
Well,
I don't know. Have you studied Sabraki blood well enough to where you could tell the
Yes!
gender of who owns it too?
No. Oh, no, not that. I don't think that's a thing that blood can tell you. I mean, maybe, like...
well, it can,
no,
but
DNA can tell you that, but the blood, it can't.
Maybe in certain species.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
depends how the DNA is.
Yeah,
wrapped in
but
the
I don't
blood.
think I'm looking at the DNA. I'm just looking at the cell.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the what do you call them? The capulates, or I think that's what they're called, right? Blood capulates or something. There's a word for.
Sure.
Sure.
The real educated guess from Putty over there.
Look, man, Putty read 30 biology books before doing this session.
Yep.
Most of them were on orchids, but a few of them were on blood.
Most of them were actually on bloods. It was just occasionally orchids.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
think your orchid research was a bit more, better use of your time. I say, although whoever that was with the blue lightsaber in your vision seems strange to me. Anyway, I think we should continue on. There's nothing else to find here, I don't think.
All I learned from this experience is that apparently Jedi voodoo is not correct and probably not real.
What? No. What? What do you mean not real? I saw a battle here, and it turns out there
I'm
probably
just wondering
was.
if you're really lucky with these guesses.
Well, maybe both of them could have been right.
That doesn't make any damn sense. What?
You know, and now I'm more convinced that maybe this is all just a bunch of bullshit.
How could both of them be right? Unless there happen to be two battles here, like, at different time periods, and then they repaired that wall over there. Wait, in your vision, did they destroy the wall in the fighting?
No.
What? Okay, mine's definitely the real one, then. Mine's definitely the real one. Mine has concrete evidence that it happened.
But the Zabrak dropped a device that could have blown it up.
Did you see them blow it up?
No, because that's when my vision cut out.
There's lightsaber scorch marks over there. That's not a blast hole. That's from cutting.
I don't know.
I do.
No. I do.
Yeah.
Silence, Emperor!
Blast nose.
I say, you know what, Putty? This whole two visions that are different thing, it's evil as fuck.
I'd say, so once you two are done meditating on whether or not your meditations are correct, why don't we move on?
This isn't meditating, this
let's
is
go
called
to-
talking.
Let's go to a bistro.
I don't know. You Jedi do weird shit. I just couldn't tell sometimes.
Yeah, okay, let's go to the bistro. It doesn't help that I talk out loud when I meditate.
So as you walk a little further towards the northern side of the western pods, you notice that one of the knocked over sections of pods had about 6 pods that were kind of joined together, and the doors were opened up, and it was kind of turned into a pod bistro. But it'd been knocked over, and a lot of the insides of it have been spilled out to the floor, and there's probably not much left in there.
Wow.
Hmm.
The fuck? What happened to it, does it look like? Like, does it look like just disrepair, or does it look like something actually caused this?
It's a really heavy section of pods, so something must have knocked it over. almost.
Are there more lightsaber scorch marches?
There's lightsaber scorch march pretty much all over this section. Yeah.
Jesus. I look for. Is there a back room or an office or anything? Or is it even possible to walk through here? It sounded like there's a lot of.
Not walk through here, but you could try climbing up to the back if you wanted to.
Is there a risk of me falling it down if I do that?
You could fall down to the floor of the section, which won't.
But not to the. Not to the city below.
No, you're long away. You're on the inside here.
Okay. Oh man, that would have been bad.
All right, so you want to try and climb through to the back room of this bistro?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so that's going to be easy athletics. With one setback for all the strewn about apparatus.
Boom.
Boom. So you climb through successfully to like kind of a back room where there's a mini kind of desk and terminal, seems to just be for basic record keeping, and a kitchen. Well, what used to be a kitchen, a lot of what was here has kind of been scattered further through the restaurant now, but there's still an oven kind of, and a sink and a freezer that was well bolted down enough to still be there.
Huh. But it's basically just kitchen appliances?
Pretty much, yeah. And again, there's a desk in the terminal in the corner.
Oh, yeah. I'll go over to the desk in the terminal.
It seems like the terminal was just kept orders and sent them through to a display in the kitchen, so it was easier for them to prepare it. And it also has financial records. It seems like they were doing okay, nothing exceptional. No, like your eyes don't go wide with money signs.
Do they have a menu?
They do have a menu, but
oh man.
But I don't have it on me. But it has some nice food on it.
Is it the same menu from the
same menu from yeah?
Oh man, wait. Let me. I think. Didn't I send that to you guys?
I think you did. Is it in handouts? It might be in handouts. Yeah, let me check the archived handouts. I don't see it in handouts.
Oh, 1 second. This is too dramatic. Publisher to the rescue.
Wait, I found it.
Oh, what?
I just typed in bistro on Discord.
You found it? What? Oh my god! The Chicante Rosa Bistro. Appetizers. Pelio nut. Roasted. Wait, I just realized that this menu was, like, written for that planet. So, I guess, does it say imported where it says local?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Nothing on this menu is local.
Oh, man. Okay. And the gobo berries. They're poisonous. Okay,
Hey, I don't understand. Is there something you want to tell us about Kasari?
Oh, no. This looks all fine to me.
You find some gobo berries in the corner.
Oh, I started eating them. But just don't eat them. Just don't eat them if you're certain, people.
Right,
wait,
so
golden ticket passengers may request food that is not on the menu? What?
This was a train back in that campaign.
Oh.
It was a luxury train. I will say, yeah, there's not much back here. It's just the ruins of a restaurant. Apparently a chain restaurant. Didn't know that was a chain restaurant.
Wait. What's it called again?
Chicante Rosa Bistro. They make the best They make the best gobo berry salad in the world. What?
I've been on a train with that before.
Really?
This brand. Yeah, well, it was more we were saving a train rather than like having a.
How was the food?
Having a space station. We didn't really have time to taste it because, like, they were gonna try and blow up a place or something.
And all the employees were dead.
Yeah, that was another thing.
I leave the kitchen.
Okay.
I head over. Well, where are we right now on the map?
About here.
I don't. Sorry.
About
Could you mark it
here.
again? What,
Really?
is anyone else seeing him, Mark?
Try again, Puddy.
Oh, now I see it. Now I
Yep.
see it. Okay. You guys want to head towards this door? Open it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll do
let's
that.
get there.
Okay, so you walk in and you see kind of front desk reception, and there is a droid behind it, and they say, "Hello and welcome to the Nitro Sane General Hospital. Emergency procedures are currently active. For normal checkups, they have been delayed. However, if there is emergency treatment needed, please use the access elevator to get the patient to the hospital."
What said this? Was it a speaker or
A droid.
A droid. I say, why is the hospital shut down right now?
Emergency protocols currently active citywide.
Go figure.
Do you know why the emergency protocols were activated?
Unfortunately, that is not part of my programming.
I see. I think we should head on before this thing sends guards.
I mean, it hears you and says, "We will not force you out. If you wish to wait in the waiting room until the emergency procedures drop, you may. The emergency procedures have been active for 2 years."
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that they'll be deactivated any time now.
If there is any emergency medical treatment needed, we may assist.
Oh, I've got an emergency. I'll walk over. My arm is broken. Or not broken. Wait, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said my arm's broken, and I've got all these bullet holes in me.
What's the difficulty of your highest of your highest crit?
Hard. I've got 2 hard crits.
That's your highest one? You didn't get any daunting or formidable ones?
Crippled right arm is a hard crit.
In that case, it is going to be a hard charm check with 2 setback to convince them. That's serious enough for an emergency treatment.
Yeah, it doesn't get daunting until you get a gruesome injury.
Damn.
Oh.
Looks at your arm and says, "I'm sorry for your conditions, but we cannot treat that during emergency protocols.
Damn it.
There may be some beds available further in the hospital, though, if you wish to rest."
Can you give me a back rub?
If it says yes to this, fuck it.
Feeling a little bit stressed, and I feel like that's an emergency.
What's your highest difficulty crit?
I don't have a crit.
It just doesn't apply to you.
Unless the sickness stage 1 counts as a crit.
In some cases it does, but not in this one.
Okay.
I look over. Are there any terminals here?
Not in this room. There are 2 doors that lead further into the hospital.
You said we could go further into the hospital then?
Yes, you are free to traverse the grounds, but if you cause any trouble, we will. And he pauses for a second. Hospital security offline. We won't do anything.
I love these words. Okay. I say, don't worry, we won't cause any trouble.
Thank you. As I realize now, there's nothing we could do if you did.
I had.
It's like you're trying to convince us to do stuff that you don't want us to do.
That is definitely not what I'm trying to do.
Please don't. No, I head to the.
Were
back.
you droids not programmed to lie to deter potential thieves?
Lying is not part of my programming.
Oh my lord.
They're programmed to be ethical. I had to.
But wouldn't be lying an important part of your program because the whole not telling people about their.
I am a receptionist droid model. I think you're talking about the doctor and nurse droid models.
Oh, maybe they are programmed to lie.
Perhaps.
I head to the back room.
Okay, so you head through. This is actually a really large hospital with stairs and stuff like that. You pass through many different rooms and stuff like that. You find throughout the hospital.
Do I find any auto docs?
Well, you find some droids, some medical droids.
Oh,
no,
I walk up to him.
One of the medical droids turns to you and says, "Hello, are you a patient?" And it scans you and says, "No," and returns back to its like organizing of the shelves.
I'm not a patient, but I am injured.
I
could be a patient. I'll be the best patient, please.
Like a hard charm check with your setback.
This is so great. Damn it!
I'm sorry. We are very busy at this stressful time. He returns to organizing just random bottles on a shelf.
God damn it. I leave.
So you pass through many different patient rooms with just a few medical droids in them and stuff. And there are a few rooms that aren't patient rooms that you find. So you find a few offices, most of which seem a bit boring. However, there is the office of a Shada or Dito, and there is also the office of the hospital head, and there's also an administrative office.
I'll head to Shada or Dito.
Okay, I'll go to the administrative office then.
Okay, inside both of those, you just find inside Shada's office, you find a desk with 2 terminals on it, and inside the administrative office, you find like 4 desks and 4 terminals.
Well, I'll jump on the first terminal. Just go up to one of them and just look at it.
They're not locked or anything, actually. Surprisingly, for once, you don't have to actually break into these pieces. And you find some patient records and some shipping records. Which one do you look at?
I'm going to have a look at shipping records first.
Okay, you find an email that seems to have been sent around to the entire staff. Oh no, this isn't towards the entire staff. This is just in the shipping office.
Hey, this is gonna suck to say, but we're going to have to ship off those arm and leg augmentations we got in from Corellia. I know it was a big investment, and we're almost certainly not going to get it back. But orders are orders, and the Health Authority have made damn sure we can't buy anything that isn't Zerka or Tayson anymore. My attempts to keep the old stuff undercover, well, went well for a while, but the inspection is coming in a few weeks, and they're going to find those augments. No way we can sell them fast enough. We can keep those eye augments at least. The new girl, Shada, says she has some connections on Naboo, and even a courier for us if we want to use one. Told me the other day she knows a guy in the lower city who could ship whatever we wanted over there. Would jump at the chance to get off planet, and we could probably get a decent price for them over there. Just gather up all the stock we need to offload and give it to the Shada girl when you get the chance. Cheers.
Okay, then I'll go to the patient log.
I'll read this one. There you go. This is the patient log. It says, patient Mr. Damari, species Mirialan. Condition blood loss, that's supposed to be loss, lung puncture, lightsaber scarring. Doctor notes, droid. Mr. Damari was admitted early this week on emergency protocols as he was suffering from severe blood loss and needed immediate treatment. Subject was accompanied by a human male friend who would only refer to himself as M. After the badgering, we got Mr. Damari's first name and attempted to contact his next of kin. After a quick diagnostic routine, it was decided the patient needed to be operated on to repair a damaged lung. Additionally, precise in-flesh infections were needed to heal severe burns and scarring around the abdomen. Without these procedures, it's almost certain Mr. Damari would have died. Surgery was successful, and Mr. Damari will continue to rest for a few more days before being discharged. Update, Mr. Damari was discharged, once again accompanied by M.
M. Hmm.
This is dated about 3 weeks ago.
Does it say what caused the injuries? Oh, no, it does. Yeah. Well, no, it says lightsaber scarring. I did not see that before.
I think this might be your green friend from your vision.
Yeah.
Marilyn are green, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, do we know that? Do the characters know that?
The Maryland, well, Cedric does because he knew of her. You knew Maryland during the Mandalorian Wars. Good friend.
Good. Was it a good friend?
Yeah.
Oh, was it a good friend, Cedric?
I'm just trying to remember which one it was.
I guess it wasn't a good friend.
It was one of the party members.
Wait, what?
Okay, take your time. You can do it.
Cedric, coming down to pro conversation real quick.
I'm gonna guess Etal was the Maryland.
There's only one left.
Oh my god. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Yeah, he was a good friend.
Was he though? Anyway, I say, so do you say that? Do you say that? Do you say it?
Yeah.
I say, this must be them then. I guess he was injured too. But if he came here to the hospital, then I don't think he was the one in the... I don't think he was the one inside the vent. Because he came to the hospital, and this says he would have died if he didn't get immediate treatment.
True. What happened at the end of your vision? So...
The red lightsaber wielder, which we now believe to be a Zabraki, was basically thrown down in the elevator shaft.
This is odd. One of mine and Chow's former friends, and Merkava's former friends, was a Miralan.
Yeah? Was he?
Was he? But I don't know where he went
I doubt this is him.
after the war.
Wait, actually, this might be him.
I never really asked for his surname.
For a second,
Never really came up.
For a second, I forgot that Etal was also a Jedi. He just was so fucking... he's just so fucking crazy, I forgot that...
Yeah, that was a thing once.
I guess it could be... I guess it could be Etal, yeah. Definitely could be.
It could be. And he used a dual-bladed...
What'd you say, Putty?
Dual-bladed...
So I just said, what would he be doing here?
I don't know.
What were you saying, Cedric?
And if I remember correctly, for a while he used a dual-bladed lightsaber. So...
Do you know any M's who are Jedi?
Cedric, you gonna answer?
You know, any really important characters?
I think I know one.
Oh yeah, what's his name? I love being a dick.
Merkava.
Yeah, Merkava.
Yeah, Merkava.
Clearly, it was clearly Merkava.
Merkava's one of them, but there's two other I know. Well, actually, Actually, can I? Kip,
What's up?
can I go into private chat with you, Putty?
Okay. What's up?
What would I have to roll to see if, because I want to avoid meta, but like, so tell me if this is too meta. What would I have to roll to see if Kasari knows about either Mitra Surik or Malik? Actually, she probably knows about Malik, right?
Well, actually, so I'll say average lore check, and I think lore's fair, right?
Yeah, sure.
Or is there? Yeah, okay.
I mean,
so average lore check.
I feel like lore's good for anything Jedi related, but
yeah, average lore check and then daunting lore check, I'd say.
For which?
The average one is for Malik, and the daunting is for Mitra Surik.
Okay. Okay, maybe. No. There was a guy.
Yeah, it's, I know what the response is there.
Hey!
Okay, so you know that Revan once had an apprentice that he doesn't like to talk about a lot, and nobody in the Order really likes to talk about a lot. And that apprentice is no longer with the Order, but you don't know his name or anything really about him other than Revan's apprentice has left the Order.
He's a real dick. That's about it.
At one point you got, I'll let you decide how you got word of this, but at one point you got word of what the mass shadow generator incident was, and would never leave the Masters alone until they told you more about it, and eventually figured out that it was created by two Jedi, one of which was called Mitra Surik, who has now been exiled and hasn't been here.
And Bowdur, but he's not a Jedi.
You didn't. He is a Jedi.
No, he's not.
He was a Jedi engineer.
Well, he's not a Jedi. Like, I promise you, he's not a Jedi. He's not a. He's not. Don't make that a part of your story.
It says Jedi.
What? What? Oh wait, I should not be doing this on the stream video. Okay,
No.
we'll look into this later, or I'll check again. But in Coder 2, I don't remember him ever doing any Jedi things. Okay. Anyway, okay, thanks. I'll go back.
Complicated.
Okay, I say, hey, I know an M. I know an M.
Who?
Yeah, who?
Mitra
Who do you
Surik.
think? That's one possibility.
She was a Jedi general during the Mandalorian Wars, responsible for the mass shadow generator.
Yeah,
You know,
that's one option
that
for it to
thing.
be.
I say.
Yeah, I was there, you know.
I wasn't.
Thank God. I say, does anyone know what happened to Mitra after the war?
No.
I'm asking you, so you don't know, specifically.
don't
Cedric doesn't know, Putty?
Wait, sorry. No, Cedric doesn't.
Okay. I was just
Other than she was exiled. Cedric didn't know that.
Oh, what the fuck? Cedric knows that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So you
okay.
do know a big thing!
She
Sorry,
was
I just died from blood loss.
supposed to be exiled.
Wait, supposed to be or was?
Well, was exiled. That's what I heard, at least.
What would she be? Was she exiled for designing the mass shadow generator?
And letting it off.
Are you sure that's why she was exiled?
That's what I'm assuming it was for.
Okay. I say I guess that makes sense, although I don't know. I feel like there were a lot of people who could have stopped her if, you know. Anyway, I say
Slush just stands there listening and is like, okay.
I say if this was Mitra Surik, that's interesting. That she would be here after she was exiled. Well, I say, well, I think we've basically found everything from here. What's in the administration office?
That's what Cedric was. You were in Shadow's office.
Oh, what? Oh. Okay.
I was in Shadow's office.
Oh, in that case. Shit, sorry. I gave you the administrative office logs, so I assumed that Cedric was in the administrative office. So you know, this is awkward.
It's okay. We'll just say that we all went to the administrative office, and now we're all going to Shada's office.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Cool. So there's two terminals in Shada's office.
As we're going to Shada's office, the world begins to flicker. We're like, something's wrong. Okay. Wait, you say two terminals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I go over to one of them.
I'll go over to the other.
All right.
But don't get them mixed up.
With personal security.
Damn, if we just had a guy who knew how to get past personal security.
Someone who spent most of his points into this. Just brags all day about how good he is at hacking and then doesn't show up when there's shit to hack. I'll try
Sless.
I'll try to hack mine.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do your snake thing on this?
I get onto the computer.
It seems to be Snake compatible.
I begin to play Snake.
Easy computer games. Check.
Nope. It was a triumph, though.
So you basically route all, like, you basically get down all of the security systems while playing Snake, but because of your lack of actual computers knowledge, you don't notice. So you like leave the terminal like, this is pointless. There's no way I can do it. But Cedric, you notice that he's actually just basically already cracked the terminal. He just needs to you just need to put in one more command.
I'm just gonna go. Well, if you couldn't have done it, just type in that command, press enter. Oh, it's all open. Celeste, you did do it.
Maybe the whole thing
what the fuck?
was just inside of me. Maybe it was the stage fright from competitive Snake playing.
That might have been
confident in my skill for a while.
Yeah, you need to get more confident, man. You're really good at Snake.
I turn to Kasari and say, Kasari, let me try again.
Okay.
Easy computer games check.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da, you get him.
I say I can't do it. I can't play Snake.
I love how it's computer games. Like, if you get your hand on a console, you're fucked.
So, Charles, you find in your terminal, it doesn't have like an orthodox civilian operating system. This terminal seems to be specifically designed for hacking, and it has access to every single password for every computer in this hospital.
What?
Oh, God. I think this is some hacker bullshit.
I think it's the master key. The master
or the master key, that's true.
On your terminal, Marshall, you have 3 logs.
I stare at them. I open them up in the order that's most appropriate.
Okay, I'll give you log 2 first.
No, that's not most appropriate.
Log 1.
Merkava's not here, so Merkava can't fuck us over today. My oppressive sister has forced me to come to this city unarmed. Boring. I get that we're trying to evade suspicion here, but seriously, at least let me keep 1 or 2 of my prized collection. Doing her a favor anyway, since she seemingly can't be bothered to synthesize an antidote for this thing. Here I am, once again, cleaning up after my older sister after she gets bored with a project. All this after I continued her work on Antar, too. We're the Emperor's hands. What? We are the Emperor's hand, not the Emperor's fingertip. The least she could do is attempt to make me feel at home. She's been grumpy since I got here. Usually seeing Helda cheers her up. Helda! From our game. Usually seeing Helda cheers her up, but nothing has gotten through to her. I don't know what it is. Maybe the war coming to an end, or being away from home for so long, but Shada is certainly not herself. Hopefully some good quality family time will cheer her up. If she ever comes down from that research lab of hers, speaking of, I should probably head up there at some point, even if it will annoy her. My alchemy supplies can do a lot for me, but the type of equipment they have up there would probably speed up my process. I say, Emperor?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Why do you say that, Cedric?
There's not an emperor. What emperor? This is a republic. There hasn't been an empire.
Not.
Has there ever been an empire? Well, I think there's like, I think in Star Wars canon there's like a bunch of ancient empires. So, but I say
this is not.
Please don't say this is not good and then vaguely trail off. Because you do that every fucking time anything happens. I say that.
Yeah, you
Sorry
have
actually says that.
Zinzalin and shut the fuck up, guys.
Sorry.
Cedric's a slow speaker.
No.
You have to give him time.
I'm not laughing at the speed at which you talk. I'm laughing that it's always like so vague, and it's always like. So,
That's what.
Here's what Cedric.
This
is what Cedric is probably going to say. These people were working with a thing, and that thing might be bad, or maybe it's not, and maybe it's a bad thing.
So you said Zinzalin. Continue.
So, we know Zinzalin, Shada, and Helda were with the Sith anyway, from before. But now we know they're directly connected to the Empire. Or what was the Empire.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure you've heard of the Emperor's Hand before.
Oh, have I? Oh, sorry. When did I hear about it before this?
Your bonus content back on Corellia. I'm pretty sure.
That was it got brought up then?
Yeah.
Wait, Corellia? Don't you mean on Antar?
No, I think I mean Corellia.
I had bonus content on Corellia?
Yeah, or maybe it was the group's bonus content. Somebody sent in something, I'm sure, about it. Like, asked something about it and got, like, a criminal record. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't find it at the moment.
Speak up and say,
the
weird other Jedi that carry around red lightsabers had a empire?
Celeste, they're not other Jedi. I say...
Okay, the Sith, who are totally not just Jedi with red lightsabers...
They totally aren't!
You two need to work through your issues while I find this bonus content.
Sorry, what were you saying, Celeste?
I was just asking. I said they had an empire, like question mark?
Well, I'm not sure if that is that true, Cedric? When did this exist?
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
In the Mandalorian Wars were partially caused by a Sith. Who?
Never mind. I found that bonus content.
I turned to Kasari and said, "Kasari, can I speak with you a second in private?"
I mean, he's in the middle of.
Oh well, yeah. After
Okay.
Putty gets his thing done.
No, I meant Cedric is in the middle of still talking.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just fucking talking, man.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay, well, when you're done talking, Cedric, I need to speak with Kasari on a rather important notice thing I suspect heavily.
Oh my.
I then smile happily as I wait.
You were saying something?
The Mandalorian Wars were partly caused by a Sith Emperor on Droman Cass, who was influencing the Mandalorians. Me, Shao, Ita, and Merkava went to Doman Cass and killed that Emperor, and then left. The Jedi know about it. Revan's the one who told us, and he went off to stop a plan because him and Malik got controlled by that emperor.
Malik.
Yeah.
Who's Malik?
He was one of Revan's apprentices just before the war.
Wait, Malik starts with an M. Dum dum dum.
Yeah. That's who I thought it initially was.
Why did you say it out loud?
I think this is one of those points of him just being super vague and never telling us anything.
Burn the witch. Anyway,
Because I don't know if you would know him. You might know him better as Alec. Used to go by that name for a while. But they found out about this, went to Doman Cass, couldn't defeat the Emperor, and got controlled.
Charles just bringing out the deep lore.
Yeah, the deep lore. Then...
Deep lore from the deep core.
I don't know exactly what the plan was, but Malik and Revan got us, and a lot of the Jedi who fought in the war, sort of his most trusted people together, including me, Shao, Ita, and Merkava, to plan something horrible.
I mean, they told you what the plan was. Like,
yeah,
they straight up told you.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they may not have gone over the final details, but they said that they needed to basically arrest the Jedi Council, basically.
Yeah, they wanted to
and take control of the Senate.
Yeah,
I am the Senate.
They wanted to take over the Jedi and the Senate altogether. It was a dark time before Shao used a technique that Revan had taught her to break the mind control. And Revan then told us about Doman Cass, and us four went and defeated the Emperor.
What happened to the Emperor? You just killed him?
Yeah, Merkava sliced him in half.
We hear laughing echoing. Huh.
And then we came back and we went our separate ways after that. But the fact that if this Emperor's hand is connected to that Emperor, and it's probably possible because this happened during the Mandalorian Wars, then their influence were a lot further than I thought.
I'm a little confused, friend. Why were you so worried about this Sith Emperor during the Mandalorian Wars?
Imagine Jedi voodoo, but bad Jedi voodoo who just want to kill
I
everyone.
understand your weird Sith things enough to know why you hate them, apparently, for whatever reason, other than the fact that they carry around red lightsabers and are far more moody. But why did you care about them during the Mandalorian Wars? How were they connected? It seems...
The Emperor was able to influence Mandalore the Ultimate. I assume you know who he is.
Yes.
The
well,
ultimate Mandalore.
The Emperor influenced Mandalore the Ultimate to go to war in the first place and attack the Republic. And that's where the conflict arose. And
damn, I should shake this guy's hand. He earned me a lot of money.
Might have earned you a lot of money, but if you try and shake his hand, you're most likely going to start getting controlled and not actually getting any money
Isn't he dead?
for your jobs. Well,
Yeah, you talk like
he's
he's
dead
still
now.
alive.
he's dead now, which is a good thing.
Forever, right?
Now that I
Yeah.
think about it, though, didn't you Jedi just say that you have weird Force ghost things? Why couldn't he
I
be a
don't
Force
remember
ghost?
us saying that. Did we say that?
Yeah, you were literally talking about Force ghosts on the first planet I met you guys on,
Were we?
or the second planet that I met you guys on.
Abednetto, Sith Lightning.
Oh, that's right. That's right! You guys were like, hey, a Sith ghost shot lightning at us!
Yes, actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. Why were you not so sure that he came back as this Force ghost thing?
I don't know.
Seems far-fetched.
But remember, this all happened, what, a year and a half ago? 2 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, if he came back, we'd know.
I mean,
Well,
would
that
he
might be
want you guys to know? Apparently, if you Jedi just handled him during the Mandalorian Wars, he was pretty good at you guys not knowing things.
I think we'd be able to sense an immensely dark presence following us.
I'm gonna
Have
give
you sensed an immensely dark presence?
I'm gonna give Cedric 3 conflict because even if he doesn't believe it, Merkava told him something and he's not sharing the whole story.
Did you hear me, Kasari?
Huh?
Haven't you felt an immensely dark presence?
Oh yeah, several, but... Huh. Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
well, I can tell you before that there was a dark presence. There wasn't really this sort of dark presence, at least that I can feel.
Interesting.
This is bigger. What's coming, which scares me.
Either way. Sorry, may I speak to you in private? I feel as though the information that I want to discuss with you is rather urgent.
Oh, yeah, we can talk private.
Cedric, could you leave for the private conversation lunch, please?
Sure.
Oh, I love when you make other people leave. That's always weird.
I look towards Kasari, I guess, as we're huddled in a private corner, and I say, he talks about the Sith Empire, and you're carrying on you a royal signet ring from outside the Republic that they attained somehow, and I believe it was mentioned that it was after the Mandalorian Wars.
And Merkava killed the Emperor, and it's Merkava's ring.
Do you think that that this ring was the Emperor's?
Well, that seems like a distinct possibility now that you bring it up.
And that Charles bothered taking it. And after your whole weird sensing of a dark Jedi thing, and apparently this Sith Emperor can control people.
I look down at the ring again on my finger and ponder it. I suppose it's possible. Perhaps we should ask Cedric, confront him with this.
If you want to, sure.
Perhaps we should duel him. Oh, hey!
Hello. How are you?
I look at you, Cedric, and I say, Cedric, me and Kasari have several questions of which we want to bring up with you immediately, and we don't want you to avoid those questions.
Actually, I literally only had one. I don't know what the several are. So I'll just start with my one, and then you can get on to your, list. What, do you know if, actually, depending on the answer to this question, I might have more. Do you know...
See, I'm preparing you for more questions.
Do you think that this signet ring that you gave me, remember, that you took off Merkava? That was weird. Anyway, do you think this ring, was taken off of the Sith Emperor when Merkava destroyed him?
Which signet? I can't remember the signet ring, buddy.
It's a signet ring that Kasari is wearing that has the symbol on it.
Which symbol was that? Same
Oh.
one as a...
I mean,
Was it the symbol on the book?
actually, no, it's not.
Oh.
Can you go down to private conversation lounge, quick sec sub?
Yep.
There is one thing you'd know about it.
All the fucking secrecy.
I know. I like how Charles. Apparently, there's been multiple signet rings.
There has not.
No.
Sure.
Well, I can't remember if he picked it up there, but
It was a blur.
from the Emperor himself. But that symbol was from Droman Cass.
Well, that seems
Then why were you
very
in-
likely then. Yeah, I'm thinking it was his.
His or someone on there.
I look at Kasari and just kind of like with a little weird, worried expression, and I say, "Kasari, I think I was right about that conversation we just had a few seconds ago."
Honestly, I forgot what we talked about. But you can ask if you want. I'm just kidding. I didn't forget. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to ask him?
I mean, I feel like you're more aware of the whole Jedi voodoo shtick than me, so maybe it's better for you to confront him.
Okay. Why did you really take this ring off of Merkava?
I don't know.
What?
I can't remember doing it, to be honest. Which is scary in itself.
I begin to casually just make sure my guns are just, fastened nicely to my side.
Does it seem like he's being genuine, Putty?
It is.
I say,
The reason why you can tell so starkly is because it's a very different tone and attitude than you're used to him lately. This is
yeah.
very, very
Plus, I literally have written down on my character sheet. Wait, it says, +1 boost to telling if Cedric is a dirty liar. Yeah, so I say, you know what? I believe you, Cedric. Perhaps it's a part of the disease. That seems likely, considering how much it's affected you guys.
Maybe. But
At the time, you told me that it was to prevent the ring from being damaged by the, I almost said chlorine, being damaged from the pool water. At the time, you told me it was to prevent the ring from being damaged by the kolto. But it seemed like a strange thing at the time. And then when you put on the gauntlet, that was super weird. I point at the gauntlet that's definitely still on your hand.
yeah, I look at it for a second and go,
Do you remember putting that on?
no.
Oh my god. Did you also kick Merkava in the dick? No, anyway.
Did I?
No, I'm just...
I find it interesting the conclusions you're coming to, Kasari.
Would you like to read the other 2 logs on this terminal?
Yes, shall we actually look at the
first, because I actually am experiencing the disease firsthand. I say I haven't experienced any memory losses.
Yes, you have. I mean, they came back to you eventually, but you couldn't remember what you did to Merkava initially.
What? When was that?
On the top of the circuit
When you
building,
fucked Merkava up really badly?
it took you a while for that to come back to you. It did eventually.
Yeah. But that was because of the weird tentacle thing.
And Cedric touched the tentacle just minutes before all this happened that I'm talking about.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're avoiding meta, it's a totally legit.
Yeah, no, I guess. Yeah, no, I forgot about that moment.
Anyway, I say like that. I think Kasari's satisfied by that explanation. I think it's she definitely doesn't know a lot about the disease, but she definitely thinks she thinks the disease is more affecting you guys than anything else right now. Even she still thinks the dark side is what is affecting Merkava the most, but because Merkava's Satan.
Is she not at all curious why Merkava took the signet ring?
Oh no! She thinks Merkava's Satan, and she is really worried about him destroying the world. Also, there's some other things that she remembers. She's just remembering now about someone and a mask and some cybernetics. Anyway, I'm just gonna start sidling away. What are those other logs, buddy?
Okay, so here's log 2.
There's so much shit to keep.
What are those?
This goddamn game of intrigue, it's so hard to balance it all out, buddy.
Contradiction, spot the Cedric.
Oh, that's what it is. Malastare is weird. Zin said the city, short for Zinzalin, I think. Zin said the city had this eeriness to it, but the hopelessness these people have in the sewers is something else. I can almost feed from it. Oh, God. Don't even know why I'm here. I feel like this little family vacation is going to slow my work on Corellia. So close to being able to eliminate that senator, but maybe it won't behoove me to wait until election time. Those separatists may prove useful. Brother always tells me I lack patience. Perhaps this trip will let me get some perspective. This upper portion is a lot more relaxing. I get to see nativity rather than pathetic hope.
That's meant to say naivety.
Oh. I was going to say, what? I get to see naivete rather than pathetic hope. The grand see nothing but opportunity and fail to see danger right beneath their noses. I like it. It makes me feel like I could do anything in this city and get away with it. Maybe that's why Shada has spent so much time here, although it does seem to me like she's enjoying it. Oh, doesn't seem to me like she's enjoying it. She's not enjoying it. So I say, so this girl is certainly the Sith that we defeated on Corellia.
Helda?
I don't know if her name's Helda, because she said, that'd be weird, because this is clearly her saying it, and in the last log she referred to Helda in the third person. She referred to Helda in the third person singular, so that would be kind of weird if she was like, Helda, which is me.
But this
I
one,
don't know. I know some people with the Caesar complex.
This one references
but
Zinzalin and Shada. I thought the first one also references
the first one references Zinzalin and Shada. The second one references Zinzalin and Shada. I think Helda's just this extra person. I mean, here's the thing. She might have the Caesar complex, but she always uses I, except that one time.
The first one doesn't reference Zinzalin.
The first one is from Zinz. The first one, I think, is from Zinzalin's perspective. Because he's worked on Antar, because he's been on Antar.
No, I think you're right.
Has a lightsaber collection.
Chill the fuck out. yeah, I think you're right. You're right. So the first one's Zinzalin, the second one is Helda. So Helda...
Helda.
Okay. Helda. Also a really good Frankenstein.
Yeah. Shall we see the third?
Shall you?
I think we shall.
I shall. I think we shall.
Oh, God.
Dreer has done a lot of work on cures of sorts to this. Shada seems to have missed a lot of it. His methods are characteristically him, though. Consuming the heart of a Force user. Dreer. Sacrificing everyone else connected to the network. My dude. What? I guess he was looking more at harnessing the power of this thing rather than curing it. He always did have a thing for immortality. Should have just talked to my mother. A lot of his rituals seem similar to... interesting. I think he might know more about this than he's letting on. Going to transfer all of my work to a computer in the research lab. Finally, my sister has relented and allowed me to carry out my work in a positive environment. No clue why she's getting so tight-lipped about this project. What I heard from High Command is she's done with her part. Still, she seemingly has some side project to be getting on with. She's no longer in my way, so I don't mind. The antidote is close to completion. I'd say all the chemistry is done. I just need to do the biology. Something like a week's course of treatment should do the trick, but I can't say for sure until I have a live subject.
So that's Zinzalin again?
Let me look quickly back in the old logs. Second. I can use Control Find. Yeah, Dreer was mentioned several times in old logs.
Yeah. And immortality came up a few times as well.
I don't know what Dreer was doing with this thing. It's obvious. He took a different approach. Immortality? We're not all as lucky as your family. Seemingly so. There's not much left to do with this stuff, I'm being honest. An antidote? Why? Collateral damage. An unfortunate and unavoidable consequence of good biology. I'm sending Zinzalin to help. Fine, I'll try a little side project I've been working on. Dreer. Excellent. It took time to convince Dreer there was value in this. So what exactly is it that you want me to do? Dreer's experiment with this have proven dangerous. I feel there is value to be found in giving such a substance to someone with a mind like yours. You want me to make a weapon out of it then? I'm offended, by the way. How one-dimensional of you. There are so many possibilities with a substance like this. Shada. How none of this business has anything to do with getting the three of us out of Droman Kos. Redacted. I'll never lie to you, Ordito. The political climate was clearly getting to you. Right. Do you think it's possible that Redacted is the Emperor?
Could be.
Someone very important sending them on these missions. And if they're the Emperor's hand, who else would send them but the Emperor himself?
Yep.
Are they the Emperor's hand or are they the Emperor's fingertip?
But he said they were the Emperor's
fingertip. Then maybe they have to answer the Emperor's finger.
No, they specifically said we aren't the Emperor's fingertip. We're the Emperor's hand.
Maybe they have
to answer the Emperor's arm.
And then to the Emperor's body, and then to the
I was going to say Emperor's shoulder, and then
shoulder. Then chest,
and then you answer to the Emperor's nervous system, and then you answer to the Emperor's brain.
I think it's basically
and then then do you reach the Emperor himself.
All joking aside, I think the idea there in referencing, like, saying that is basically saying we're doing all this, like, we're doing all this grunt work. We should have subordinates to do this for us, I think was the idea of that. But they're being sent to do it, which makes sense. I think if you're the Emperor's hand, you probably are being sent to do things that, no one else can be trusted to do. I think Redacted is the Emperor. I think the Emperor sent them to do this personally before he died.
Before he died? Didn't we agree that he could possibly be a Force Ghost right now?
How's a Force Ghost gonna send emails?
I don't know. How do Force Ghosts work?
They don't send emails. They don't send emails. I'm fairly certain.
Ask people to send emails?
Okay.
No, that's an upgrade on the tree that you can get as a Force Ghost.
Thanks.
Besides, wait. How long ago was the end of the war?
It depends on where you count at the end of the war. Mandalore fell about just over a year and a half ago, and everything finally settled down about just over a year ago.
But so that you guys confronted the Emperor a year and a half ago.
About a year and 2 months to 3 months ago.
Okay. So the Emperor would have been alive because this happened. This virus was released 2 years ago. So
yeah,
the Emperor definitely would have been alive for. Wait a minute. Wait though. Wait, there was...
The Emperor would have been alive because
no, there was wait, there was a message though. Where was it? Yeah. She says, I don't know what it is. Maybe the war coming to an end. So the war wasn't over, just coming to an end. So this was definitely before the Emperor died. And I think the Emperor was the one who sent the messages. Well, he was definitely the one who sent the messages. It says right here in Discord, Eternal Emperor sent these messages. Right? So...
Yeah, that was a bit of a giveaway, Putty. Come on, man.
Sorry, man. Yep. Would you guys like to check out the last office you haven't been in?
Yes!
The hospital head's office?
Yes.
I do it gleefully.
There's a single computer, and it's not even locked. It has...
Oh, my God. I'm also scribbling down all those passwords, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I mean, it was locked, but you used the password. And there are 2 draft emails on there. You're not sure if they were sent or not. Would you like to read them?
Well, I feel like they probably weren't sent, right? Because they're drafts.
It might have been. Because
usually, as soon as you send a draft email, it removes it from the draft folder. On most emails.
I don't think Asari would know enough about Malastare and email servers to
I didn't know they had a unique policy. Draft! You want me to get room for 3 doctors in a few weeks? Fine, but we're going to need a lot more funding from the authority to make that happen, since we're going to have to lay off a lot of staff to make that happen. Oh, man. So repetitive. Most of the medical... Clearly, this is why it was a draft. Most of the medical professionals we have here come with their own teams and demands from other planets. If we were to start firing people, their teams need to be taken care of. On top of that, all the mandatory equipment we've been forced into buying due to the new legislation has really drained our budget. Most of it has been useless, too. Those Zerka spider droids are freaking terrifying, and none of the patients are willing to be worked on by them. You can work on me! So if we want to get our money's worth, we have to use them only on sedated operations and the like. Oh, look, you don't need the long and short. We've done this before. Send us more money, and we'll get your sketchy doctors in. I also wouldn't mind another tip for this shit. Next draft. This one will just be the same message, just with, like, more edits. Draft. Message to all the staff. I know nobody likes the new droids. The spiders. Clearly, this was written by Buddy. I know nobody likes the Colto stims, and I know we're running low on supplies, but our costs are really tight right now. Try to use the droids for operations if you can. The trash can ones are really good, and the spider droids are decent if you can get the patient not to freak out with them. Colto stims aren't as good as the usual stuff, but they are so much cheaper, and we don't need hordes of them. Be more frugal with your stim usage. If someone comes in with a nosebleed, they don't need a fucking stim pack. I like this. We have a few of those Tayson backpacks coming in next week, and they are top quality shit. So to get ready for some house calls, because the suits don't want lower and outer city scum. Jesus Christ. Using the elevator anymore. I've pushed for some emergency reservations, so if shit goes down again, we should be able to admit people from the lower cities. The scum! But in normal circumstances, we're only admitting people from the pods from now on, not those scumbags. The scum fucking bags. Shit, scum. Costs are getting cut. I know it sucks, but the scum are to blame. And if you need anything ordered specifically, come talk to me and I will see what I can do. But for the most part, these scum, and this is a challenge I know you're all up to. Oh, and can James, Shauna, and Reggie come to see me as soon as possible? Reggie!
Reggie!
Fucking scum.
Wow.
Anywho, we know what to do with all these fucking scum. I guess is that all that's on that computer?
Yeah.
Okay. We leave the office, I guess. Well,
I say that you find like records for the those augments, the arm and leg augments being shipped off to Naboo, and you find some augments for the spider droids coming in and stuff like that.
does it say the spider droids will operate on anyone, even people who aren't patients?
It doesn't say that.
They're itching for a chance just to operate.
Oh, yes. Come to me, my pretties. They just fuck me up. They just cut all my arms off.
I'd like to imagine you'd have to make fear checks just to get operated by them.
Apparently, they're terrifying.
Do they have the terrify skill?
It's like they're just literal, like they look exactly like spiders. They don't look like droids at all. It just looks like giant tarantulas. Everyone's like, fuck! Get that thing off me. It doesn't even look like it has any medical equipment. It's just touching me with its furry fingers. Okay. It injects stim packs through its pincers. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Its scalpel is its giant, like, what do you call that thing on the butt? The thing it stabs you with.
Stinger.
Yeah, stinger, whatever.
The butt.
Butt.
The butt.
The abdomen.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, so are there any filing cabinets or any documents we could look at?
There aren't filing cabinets, but there are a few boxes that are half open and a few supplies that are strewn out.
Any good stim packs?
You find some stim packs. They appear to be. They say they have a K on them. They don't look like stim packs you usually like. They look the same shape and structure as stim packs, but their colors really differently. They're branded by Tyson and Zerka, and they don't look like the stim packs you're used to.
Hey man, stim packs are stim packs. I'll take them. How many are there?
Okay, you can take 5 Culto stims. These are -1 stim packs. So if this is your first stim pack of the day, they're only going to heal 4.
Okay, so they can. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Gotcha. Okay.
0.
I like that though. That's cool. How many are there?
You got 5 from the boxes.
Cool. Were there any interesting pieces of paperwork?
Just the records of what's in the boxes. That's the only paperwork you can find.
These aren't even that bad. Like the way they were talking shit about them. I
mean, they're good for nosebleeds.
Yeah. I mean, they'll fix a fucking nosebleed. That's... I say, well, I think we're done with this room. Were there any other rooms in the hospital that seemed like they had information in them?
I wouldn't say information. You could probably go scrummaging through the
any spider
the patient rooms for items. And what I will say is that you presume if that Mr. Damari fellow was staying at the hospital, he was in one of the patient rooms. So you could look for information there if you could find his room.
Not a bad idea. I say we split up and look for any sign of Jedi in the patient rooms. Lightsabers, robes, force feelings.
If you want, I could just walk by the doors and use my thermal vision to see if there are any bodies inside.
No,
well,
he's been released 3 weeks ago.
They're not here. I just meant like any signs that they were here.
Oh.
You open the first door and a Jedi is there with a lightsaber wheel. If only you'd used your thermal vision to see.
All our eyes, just the 3 of us are standing end to end, and all of our eyes are wide open, and our faces melt.
So you all go searching through the rooms?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, everyone make an average perception check.
Boom! Can't be beaten.
Very nice.
So strong. Another one. Another one.
So Cedric, you do some scouring, and you manage to find 3 regular stim packs, regular old stim packs, the good stuff.
Holy shit! Real stim packs, like actual stim packs. Yeah.
You find 10 applications of synth flesh, and a barrel of Culto.
Kasari, do you want to jump in this barrel of cold?
Splash around in it.
You also find, droids in every room, and Cedric, you actually find on one of the beds Mr. Damari and his symptoms and treatments. Nothing you hadn't seen on the patient records. Kasari, you just wander about aimlessly before meeting up with Cedric, and Sless, you kind of get distracted and start looking through some storage cupboards and stuff. That's fine. We're finishing soon. And you've managed to find a very interesting prototype piece of medical equipment in a box. I'll show that to you now.
Oh shit!
Boy.
Oh god, here it is. It's a spider. It just brings up a picture of a tarantula. Oh.
You find what looks to be a brain cage.
These life-saving but nightmarish devices, known as brain cages, are designed to preserve the viability of the central nervous system in critically injured patients. The stabilizer is a full-face helmet with 4 lines injected into the large vessel of the patient's neck. Oh my god!
But it's. I don't think they meant 4 as in the Roman numeral. I think they're supposed to be IV lines, like IV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 1 round of suffering a critical. Wait. Oh, okay.
Or a character who has died?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, we could use this to save a certain person stuck in a tank right now, but
and we're gonna find out whether you're gonna do that next time on Doing Some Utapau. We'll leave it there this week.
Wow.
God.
Okay. Sless.
Mm-hmm.
I have a name.
Why don't you do the outro and you'll do the description.
Alright, we'll see you next week, and whether or not we have a certain someone who has all these abilities that would have been really useful, may or may not be stabilized, depending on whether or not he actually arrives. But if he doesn't, then I guess it's better off with someone else anyways. Alright, see you guys.